Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Sunday, October 1st, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. Kickoff is going to be here in about 7 minutes. I'm ready to go. This is going to be a battle. Evans, Lattimore, Evans. Carr is playing even with the AC joint. We get AK-41. Alvin Kamara playing his first game of the season. This is going to be a lot of fun. Even if we end up dropping this game, I ended up helping out Mo Gumbo. He lives out there in the South, and he wants to end up winning his little bar league where they end up doing predictions for games, right? And I always keep it right down the middle. I'm keeping it 100 no matter what. And I actually did pick the Saints last night to win this game. It is what it is. I mean, if we end up winning this game, not only will Saints fans probably be surprised, but I'm going to be surprised. Like I said, their defense is better than mine. Obviously, they have some issues with their offensive line, and I get that. But is my defensive line going to be able to take advantage of the offensive line struggles that the Saints have had? We might, but also too, we have some issues in our secondary. I know our linebackers are going to come to play, but what are we really going to get from Baker Mayfield against an elite defense? Is Mike Evans going to get shut down? There's a high possibility that he does. I mean, I am a Mike Evans guy. I'm a Godwin guy. I'm a Levante David and Devin White guy. But I'm not stupid. So if we end up winning this game, I'd be shocked. But hopefully we can keep it close. And you never know. Maybe we can actually pull off the upset. And then I'm also going to be watching at the same damn time. We're going to be watching the Dolphins and the Bills. I just couldn't see myself, being a Bucs fan, going against the Saints. If I'm not going to do a Bucs game live stream every week, I have to make sure that we're doing Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. And then I also have to make sure I do Bucs Saints twice a year. I mean, there's no exceptions. If it's Bucs and the Falcons, Bucs and the Panthers, that's not really a priority. But if it's Bucs Saints, I got to make sure we get that done. So let's go, baby. Let's go. I am ready. And hopefully we end up, bringing our A game today. But I know the Saints defense is going to be very, very difficult. Daniel in the building. What's good? Calvin in the building. What's good? Let's go, baby. Yeah. And Celtics, got Drew. But because, we were going to give up Drew anyways. So we actually got Brogdon and Robert Williams, which I like. So if you actually go from the full breakdown of what the Blazers got, it's not like we're a championship caliber team. But I'll tell you what. We're going to be a lot funner to watch. So, final tally on the Lillard trade. Portland gets DeAndre Ayton from the Suns, Robert Williams and Malcolm Brogdon, Tumani Kamara, 3 first-round picks in 2024 from Golden State, top 4 protected, 2029 Bucks and Celtics unprotected, and a 2028 and 2030 Milwaukee pick swaps. So, the Blazers roster is actually pretty dope. We lost Lillard, but we didn't get, a bag of Ruffles or Doritos in return, because that's what they tried to give us with the Miami Heat with Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. No thanks, And plus, the Blazers wanted Dame for Jimmy or Dame for Bam, but their whole point was they want a big 3. So Dame gets to go where he wanted to really go besides Miami, and he has a better shot to win a title with Giannis than he did with Miami, because even if you have Jimmy, and Dame and Bam Adebayo, there's no guarantees. The 2 best players in the world right now are who? The Joker, right? Jokic, obviously on Denver, and then Giannis when they're both healthy. So I'm happy for Dame, and hopefully it ends up working out. And we have a nice young core. We got Scoot Henderson to replace Dame, which is perfect. Anthony Simons, you got Shaden Sharp, you got Ayton. So, we have some pieces. We might be able to make the playoffs. And then obviously I'll be rooting for Dame to do big things, obviously, for the Milwaukee Bucks. But the Celtics are going to be good. The Heat are going to be good. The Bucks are going to be good. Warriors, Nuggets, all the regulars and whatnot. And then we'll see where it goes. So let's see here. The Saints OC will decide the game that he trashed. True. But do you really think you're going to lose to the Bucks at home? Be honest. You're a Saints fan. I'm a Bucks fan, and like I said, I help Mo Gumbo every week with picks, and these are my picks that I picked last night. And some of the picks were kind of tough, but let me see what I wrote to him last night. So I picked last night Dolphins, Bears, Browns, Bengals, Colts, Saints, Eagles, Vikings, Steelers, but I could see that the I could see the Texans upsetting the Steelers with CJ Stroud. I got him on fantasy on my bench. Chargers, Cowboys, Niners, Chiefs, and Seahawks. So, like I said, I have to keep it 100 and keep it real, but we'll see. I live in Oregon. So the only team that I root for that's outside of the Northwest is the Buccaneers. So I root for the Blazers. I root for the Mariners, right? I root for the Kraken. And then obviously the Ducks, since I live here in Oregon. And I'm not a Seahawk fan because they didn't have defensive players, back when I was a kid. And honestly, if I wasn't a Buccaneer fan, I would be a Niner fan because I grew up watching Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Those are my two favorite players besides Bo Jackson, Barry Sanders, and Dion back in the day. So, it is what it is. But, in 94, when Steve Young had Dion, I was 12 and I was going to make them my team, but I was like, you know what? I don't think they're going to win ever again. They don't have Steve Young. They don't have Joe Montana. They need a guy like that. So I felt like I wanted to not hop on a bandwagon franchise that had 5 Super Bowls by the time I was 12 years old. I said, you know what? Let me wait one more year. And Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks got drafted by Tampa, who kind of I already liked. John Lynch was there. They got Rondé, Mike Allstott, and those guys personify my personality. Hard hitting, shit talking, decleating, just great players. And I felt that I kind of resonated towards those guys, on the defense. And Seattle, the Seahawks didn't have any of those guys. The Niners didn't have any of those guys, besides Dion in '94. So I felt, this is the right team for me. And I'm a Buck fan, and I've been a Buck fan since 1995, since Warren Sapp. As well as Derek Brooks. And another reason why I'm a Buccaneer fan is back when I was a kid, I watched Oregon football, which I still do to this day. And I was a big fan of Florida football with Steve Spurrier. So, obviously, seeing those guys play, Danny Warfel, at quarterback, Ike Hilliard, Jockez Green, Rydell Anthony. Jockez Green and Rydell Anthony went to the Bucks. Ike Hilliard went to the Giants. Eventually, he went to the Bucks. And Spurrier was the first quarterback for the Buccaneers when we first came in and went 0-26. So I have this connection with Florida football as well as, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that is kind of the full breakdown, with some of those Florida receivers as well as Derek Brooks and Warren Sapp. And then the rest is history. And I've been a Buck fan since 95. So there you go. Sarah in the building. What's good? How are you? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's go. Josh in the building. What's good? I actually have a lot of fantasy players, but I'm not playing them because I'm not stupid. So in this particular game, in my roster, here's my roster. I'm going to be 4-0. I'm going against Sarah in the league. I got Patrick Mahomes, Ramondre Stevenson. Montgomery got me 34. I got Jay Jetta. Amon-Ra got me 17. Laporta got me 10. I got Keenan Allen, Browns D, and Moody, number 1 kicker for the Niners. On my bench, I put Mark Andrews on the bench for Sam Laporta. So obviously I took a chance. I got Rachaad White, Bucks running back, on the bench. Mike Evans on the bench. Jaylen Warren on the bench. Bills D on the bench. I'm saving them for next week. Hollywood Brown on my bench. CJ Stroud on my bench. And Jeff Wilson on IR. So I feel I have the most complete team in the league. And I feel my bench is better than some of the teams that are in the league right now as far as their starting groups. And, like I said, I'm not going to play Bucks players against the Saints. Just not going to do it. And also, if I didn't have Amon-Ra, Jay Jetta, and Keenan Allen, then obviously Mike Evans would have been in my lineup. But you have to understand also, too, Jay Jetta is number 3. Keenan Allen is number 1. Amon-Ra is number 5. So, and Mike Evans is number 6. And I have to respect Lattimore. I know how good he is. And I'm not going to just sit there and, I can't get a 5-point game out of fucking Mike Evans. So, but I do respect the Saints a lot. I'm probably the only Buccaneer fan that really does respect the Saints. And I love watching them play. That'll be this flat out honest truth. I'm not supposed to like the Saints because I'm a Bucks fan, but I don't give a shit what anyone says. I mean, if I like them, I like them. What am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? I'm supposed to not like greatness. I'm not supposed to like, DeMario Davis. I'm not supposed to like Lattimore. I'm not supposed to like Cameron Jordan. I'm not supposed to like, AK-41. I mean, come on, man. I gotta be able to root for the players that I think that are great. And just because they're not on the Buccaneers, what am I supposed to do? Just be this fucking idiot hater like everyone else and be like, oh, fuck these guys. These guys aren't good. This and that. No, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna enjoy what I'm watching. So, all right, let me get this situated here. I got a couple options, but I'm watching both games right now. And make sure you're tuning in to Miami and the Buffalo Bills. And that was the only other game that I was going to consider doing this morning. But if the Bucks and Saints are going, as great as the matchup is, I couldn't see in my heart, being a Buck fan, even if we're not going to be that good this year, I have to make sure we showcase the NFC South through and through. Because who else is? There's not a lot of YouTubers out there that are Buccaneers, Saints, Panthers, and Falcons. So if I have to be the guy that has to represent for not only the Bucks fans, but for the Saints fans and the Panthers and the Falcons, represent the NFC South, I got to do it. So here we are. Let's go, baby. All right, let me get this situated. All right, I got a couple options that I got this going on here. Just got to get everything going. Let's go, baby. Dolphins, Buffalo, Bucks, and Saints. I mean, these are the only game. I mean, there's a lot of other games that are on as well, but this is what it's about. Woo, baby, let's go. Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Blazers, Bucks finals. No chance in hell. No chance. I mean, I'm not stupid, but I like our roster. So, you really think the Saints are going to lose because of the O line, bro? You think my D line's going to be able to break through? You got AK 41 coming back first game. We'll see. Odin Sun in the building. What's good? Like, sub, donate, comment, share, support your boy. Let's go, baby. I know, bro. I was about to message you. I caught the end of that game, and it would have been heartbreaking if Notre Dame would have lost at the very last second 2 weeks in a row. Congratulations with that. And I told you that pay-per-view was fucking awesome. Elliot in the building. What's good? Let's go. I know. Well, I already told you guys that we were going to get rid of them because we already have Anthony Simons and Scoot. All right, here we go. Bucks with the kick. Saints, let's go. Sarah with the dollar. Let's go, baby. Go, go, go. There we go. First down, Saints. And you won't even know if this is a Buck stream or a Saint stream, to be honest, because I'm going to call it right down the middle, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you guys. $1 holla. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, baby. $1. Let me know what you want to see for photos during the break, and I got you. Let's go. Yeah, thank God Jameis isn't playing. All right, baby. I got Dolphins and I got Buffalo on the bottom. I got Saints and the Bucks at the top. Let's go. I am excited for this. Fantasy football, baby. Little screen. AK-41. That's one of my boys. I might be a Bucks fan, but I'm a big fan of him. He hasn't been really the same running back in the last couple years. Obviously, no Drew Brees, a different team, different role and whatnot. Same thing with Michael Thomas with his injuries. He hasn't really been the same. Since Drew left, but hold up, I got to get the scoreboard situated here. Let me refresh this real quick. Well, I've seen Carr out there. Hopefully he doesn't re-aggravate the injury. Shotgun set. Little screen. Nice. First down, Saints. Hell yeah. And I had to hit you with Olave and my boy Devin White. The Toy Story game. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that this morning. Falcons did not play well. They did not represent the NFC South, and the Jags got a real good win there. Look at this little orbit motion right here. Little screen. Little hold there by the Saints. No call, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Let's go, baby. Hope everyone got their fantasy football lineup set. And I really love and appreciate all you guys very, very much. Look at this. We already got an injury. What's new? Bucks getting hurt left and right. Neil with an injury. And like I said, I had to wake up super early and take my dog on a walk, for about an hour. Holy shit, it's cold here in Oregon. Let me tell you. And I haven't been able to rock these at all yet this year. And here we go, baby. Let's go. Normally I got the Ducks gloves. I got 2 pairs of those, and I got these Bucks gloves from 2011. Let's go. Shotgun set. Get him. Nice. Guess who it is? Michael Thomas, MT13. First down from Hill to MT13, baby. Yeah. LA Knight, yeah. Let's go. That's the difference, between me and every other streamer that's out there. Everyone else is biased and a hater, towards other teams in the division. I'm just a fan of greatness. I'm a fan of just great players, and that's what makes it fun. Now, do I want my Bucks to win this game? Yeah, of course I do. But I want to make sure that the Saints are playing good football as well, which you'll never hear any Buccaneer fan say. And it doesn't mean I'm not a real Buccaneer fan. I'm just a fan of greatness, Because there's plenty of haters drinking the haterade all day, every day. It's kind of nice and refreshing when you actually get hot takes that aren't hot takes or just the truth. Not some bullshit thing that's made up on TV and podcasts. That's what separates me from everyone else on planet Earth. Let's go, baby. Come on, defense. Little handoff, AK-41. Great to see him out there. And like I said, I know he hasn't really been the same player, in the last couple years. But even with that being said, I love the guy. He is one of my favorite running backs in the league. And I'm a Buck fan. I'm not supposed to say that, but I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. If anything, people are going to respect me a hell of a lot more. Unless you're just a hater Buck fan. But I don't want to associate myself with those fucking idiots, anyways. Just because you're a Bucks fan doesn't mean you're going to be my fucking friend. Especially if you're going to be a hater. 3rd down and 1. Me too. I missed him. I think I've missed AK just as much as the Saints fans. Fuck, maybe more. Here we go. Carr. Incomplete on 3rd down and 1. Why not run the ball? Why are we throwing the ball on 3rd down and 1, Saints? Come on. Run the ball with AK. Or do a QB sneak with Taysom Hill. Stupid. I know the offensive line is shaky, but come on. The Bucs defense is decent, but we're not like the Saints defense. Who Carlton Davis is back. Yes. Let's go. Touchdown, Buffalo, she says. See, there's a flag on the play on that game. All right, here we go. Taysom Hill, I called it. They did it on 3rd down, do it on 4th down. No one's going to stop Taysom Hill, right? Either hand it off to AK or use Taysom Hill. Your boy watches Saints football, I know. Let's go. Nice play call design right there. Shotgun set. Offensive line for the Saints stink. That's what the Saints fans tell me. All right, I've watched it too. But hey, good enough against my Bucks D line. So as long as you can get Vita Vea and you can get him pinched up, that open area will be a lane for you guys this fucking morning. All right, shotgun set. Here we go. Pressure. Incomplete. Flag on the play. Touchdown, Gabe Davis. There you go. And Buffalo's going to play well at home. There's no doubt about that. Oh, yeah. And obviously landing on Carr after he's got the injury, that was a very stupid play right there. I'm a Bucks fan. I don't want to see Carr get hurt. No one wants to see fucking Jameis Winston back there all year. If anything, we probably would rather have Taysom, but even Taysom's not a starting quarterback. He's more of like situational kind of guy. So can't believe they did that. That was stupid. 1st down and 10. There we go. But again, most people see this rivalry as a very heated rivalry, big facts. So, but I like to be able to see both teams do well, and, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, anything that we got going on score-wise, if you want to throw it up in the chat, please go ahead. If you got your team that you're watching other than the Bucks and the Saints or whatever else is going on, type everything into the chat. Fantasy information, who's doing well, give us all the updates that we need here. 2nd down and 5. Shotgun set for Carr. Oh, Taysom. Oh, Kamara. Oh, good defense by my Bucks. Let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah. Diaby, baby. Let's go. What you know about that? Yeah. Nothing. Let's go. Yeah, with the nah. Let's go. 3rd down and 14. Come on, Bucks. Let's play some fucking defense. Tony Jones coming in. Maybe a little screen pass action. Hopefully they don't run just something stupid like a draw. It's 3rd and 14. You would think they would go to Olave. Here we go. Blitz. Oh, and he slips. Oh, no. Damn. That sucks. All right. Saints with a field goal attempt. Let's go, baby. $1, 99 to go. All right, let's go, Blake. No more big nuts, Will Lutz. He'll fail over there in Denver. Kick is up, and it's good. There we go. There we go. Not what the Saints wanted, but they'll take it. They'll take it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, now we rise. Go Irish and the Devils. $2.82, baby. And I am going to do the Chiefs game tonight. I just, even though it's against a shitty, Jets opponent, I can't see myself not doing the Chiefs. So it's like I need to be able to do that. So the schedule is we're going to do this game. Then after this is over, I'll do a reaction video to this game as well as the Dolphins and the Bills. Maybe I can squeeze out one more after that. Then we'll do the Chiefs game, and then I'll do some more reaction videos after that if I have any energy. And then Monday morning, I'm going to have to wake up real fucking early and literally do reaction videos all fucking day until we get to Monday Night Football. And then we'll do Monday Night Football with the Giants and the Seahawks. And then Rooftop might join me if I can get the format situated properly, because I know he wants to join. And I don't really mind about the collab part. He's more of like a Mariners streamer and whatnot, but obviously the Mariners lost. And, Cal Raleigh called out the organization a little bit after the game was over. Emotions were high. And he's not wrong. We definitely need to invest and pay some money for some guys, but a lot of it was frustration coming out as well. And I haven't done Sunday Night Football in 2 weeks, so I can't, I need to get these reaction videos out. But I mean, if some of the people that like my reaction videos, if they have to wait till Monday instead of seeing them on Sunday, I think they can manage, and I'm going to do every game, so it'll be all good. All right, $2.82. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, every dollar counts, baby. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $2.82, baby. Thank you. Every dollar counts, man. I appreciate you very, very much. And let me know what you guys want to do for photos for the two of you so far. And then hopefully we can get some goats in here to be able to get us to a better number. So I appreciate you guys. Let's go, baby. Hopefully I get some of the predictions right for Mo Gumbo, but we're only 3 behind in the lead. And, I feel like we have a pretty good chance to not only win that, and there's a cash prize in it. And he says he doesn't want the cash prize. He says he'll give it to me. He just wants the love and the pub and the respect, So I get that. It's hard picking games. And I feel that even though I feel like I'm kind of an NFL expert, picking games is a whole nother level. Picking games against the spread is really fucking hard. Even picking games straight up is hard. It's not easy, especially when you get like a shit team going against a shit team or a good team going against a good team. Sometimes you don't really know. So good scoring drive from the Saints. All right, Tampa, your turn. All right, come on, Baker. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Bucks. Let's go. Come on, Baker. Play action fake. Come on, O-line. Oh, yeah, baby. Guess who? Mike Evans. First down, Buccaneers. Let's go. Mike has been on a tear. He scored in every game this season, and don't be surprised if he scores today. I don't really think he's going to end up getting like 20 yards or 50 yards. I think there's a really good possibility that Mike gets 70 yards or more, and he may or may not score, but he could end up putting up a score or even two. He's the number one target for Baker this season. Godwin is kind of on the back burner a little bit. They really like Mike Evans this year. Like, normally it was evenly distributed with Brady. Like you get Evans, you get Godwin, you get Evans, and some of the other guys will get the opportunities. But this year it's really been Mike Evans, and he's been getting all of the looks, so we'll see where that goes. And I still have the utmost respect for Lattimore, but Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer at this point. Lattimore is not. And even though Lattimore is playing like a top 5 corner, I agree. I gotta have faith in my guys too. There we go, Godwin. And my offensive line is a little bit better than people think. It's not great, but there are some pieces on there that are pretty decent. So even with this, very scary Saints defense. 7-0 Buffalo. 3rd down and 1. Let's go. Oh, we got a flag on the play. Oh, timeout in Islands, really. No Michael Pittman for you while we're waiting. I appreciate you. And then what do you want to see, Odin son? You want a wrestling photo since you're watching NXT? No Mercy? I can throw that up for you, or you want me to throw up a Notre Dame or a Chief photo for tonight? Let me know what you got, and I got you too. Let's go, Bucks. Let's go, Bucks. Man in motion, Godwin. Jet sweep. Oh, what happened? Flag on the play. Is that a false start on Tampa? Oh, false start. Brutal. Idiot. That was going to be a first down. That was actually a good design play call right there. Going to a jet sweep with Godwin. That's nice. Normally, it's like the Bucks would be stupid and be like, "Oh, let's run a halfback dive with undersized Rachaad White, morons." You can only run up the middle so often. And I have Rachaad White in fantasy, but again, I benched him today. I'm not stupid. Could he still end up getting 10 points in fantasy or more? Yeah, but I don't trust him against the Saints D. That's just respect that I have for the Nolans Saints. Shotgun set, 3rd down and 6. Go, Baker, go! Go, Baker, go! Yeah! First down, Bucks. Let's go. What's up, Key? What's good, brother? 3-0 Saints. Let's go. Miami with a tutty. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Extra point is up for the Dolphins, and it's good. Let's go. Let's go. We got to at least get 3 on this drive. Let's go, baby. Here we go, Baker. Play action fake. Baker, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Jesus Christ. Good defense for the Saints. Yeah, I agree, Calvin. I agree. Intentional grounding from Baker. Baker should have just threw it away. Now Todd Bowles is like, are you sure? I mean, White is there, but I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, there's always going to be that kind of like gray area where you're going to be in the pocket, outside the pocket, and if you're getting it past the line of scrimmage, I'm okay with that penalty. Baker was an idiot for hanging on to the ball that long anyways. He should have ran outside the pocket and threw it away. Shotgun set, 2nd and 22. There we go. Cade Otton, decent game. Yeah, and as much as the Dolphins and Bills matchup, is the must-see game of the week. I figured I'm going to watch both at the same time, but I just couldn't see myself doing that game and not doing the Bucks and the Saints. It's like I've always done the Bucks Saints games. It's actually my favorite game to do all year, just because you don't know if who's going to win or who's going to lose, and it is a true rivalry game. They can say it's the Bucks and the Panthers and the Falcons and the Saints, yeah, but it's not true. I think the Bucks Saints rivalry is a little bit more competitive. You know, a rivalry, you actually have to have both teams win. And normally the Saints beat up the Bucks, but still the Bucks win more times than the Falcons do, even though the Falcons and Saints are the more natural rivalry and the Bucks and the Panthers are more natural. But what's the one matchup that people look forward to the most, besides maybe Saints fans beating up on the Falcons? It's this matchup, Camarda, player of the month, one of the best punters in the National Football League. I'll take it. From Georgia. Okay, I got you. Tyree with that game-winning touchdown. Honestly, man, I was going to have to call you if you guys would have lost last night. You know what I mean? I was like, hell no. Notre Dame cannot lose 2 weeks in a row at the very end of the game. Hell no. And then to see you guys pull that out and he broke that tackle, I screamed for joy for you, bro. I was like, yeah. I was thinking about you. So, that last week's loss sucked. So this one felt really, really good. And you should beat Duke, but they are a pretty decent team. So, right? All right, let me get you some Tyree. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can turn on the audio here for the Bills and the Dolphins. All right, here I got the Bills and Dolphins audio here. Was really impressed with that WWE pay-per-view, the NXT No Mercy. I think that those pay-per-views sometimes end up being better than the regular WWE pay-per-views, no lie. Like, Shawn Michaels is doing a fantastic job. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Like, he's doing a great, great job with NXT. I'm going to hit you with some estimate, too. Let's go. And I'll hit you with a Jack Hughes here real quick. Hockey season just right around the corner. Thank you for your support and your donos, brother. Let's go. CJ Stroud, baby. I got him in fantasy. Don't be surprised if they beat the Steelers today. Don't be surprised. I picked him up on fantasy to back up Mahomes. And if I didn't believe in CJ Stroud, I wouldn't have picked him up. He's the number 11th or 12th rated quarterback right now in the National Football League in fantasy. So I'm always looking to try to get top 5 players, top 10 players. That's why I feel I'm in first place, and I do that extra research because I don't have a bunch of scrubs on my bench. I only have players that I actually would start, period. Let's go. As far as the postseason is going to be concerned, it's going to be fucking amazing. So you're going to have the Braves and the Dodgers as the favorite in the National League. The Brewers and the Phillies are going to be very dangerous, and they may be able to upset one of those teams. As far as like a wild card, here goes Carr. There we go. First down, Saints. And then on the other side, you got the Astros, you got the Rangers, you got the Orioles, you got the Blue Jays. You got a lot of teams there. The Rays, like nobody really knows who's going to come out of the American League. But if I had to take my pick, I would say the Astros and the Braves are the 2 best teams in baseball, and they should play each other in the World Series. That would be most likely. But the American League is so open that it could be someone other, than the Astros. The team that I would like to see is the Orioles. I'd like to see Orioles and Braves or the Dodgers for my dad, but the Braves are the best team in baseball. So here we go. Shotgun set. Taysom Hill. Bouncing it to the outside. Get him. Yeah. Let's go. Apple in the building. What's good? Yeah, but also, too, if the Vikings lose to the Panthers, it might be calculated. Think about this. Kirk Cousins is going to be leaving, right? So if they can end up getting someone like Michael Penix Jr., they're probably not going to be able to get Caleb Williams. But imagine if the Vikings had like the worst record in the league somehow and they got Caleb Williams. or if they got Michael Penix Jr. or a Drake May, that could actually be really, really big for their franchise because they're probably the worst team in the NFL right now. Get him! Get him! Oh, nice screen pass. Oh, he dropped it. What happened to my hands? How do you drop that? Oh, yeah, my dad's been a Dodger fan, Keys, since the 50s, so I will always root for them. But if I'm really being honest, they're not as good as the Braves, not even close. They can still put up 90 to 100 wins, but they're not in the same category as they were a few years ago, where they were the best team in the National League outright. And there was about a 3-year set where they could have won the World Series every year, but they didn't. But they got there pretty often. So we'll see where it goes. But the Braves are the best team, and I think even though the Astros are maybe the most hated, they are, I feel, the best team in the American League, even though there's other teams like the Rays, the Rangers, and the Orioles that will say otherwise. But we'll see. It's going to make the playoffs awesome, and I'll cover a lot of the baseball playoffs still. Fair caught there by the Bucks. Man, he had all the butter on his hands. Said Saints punter sucks ass. Care less about his story. Holding on the Bucks. What's new? Appreciate all y'all guys in here. Make sure we get those likes up, Elliot. And then we got to make sure we're doing the business, Sarah. We got to take advantage of every single opportunity now since we're over 20K. Likes, subs, donos, shares, anything that we can do to help, get some growth on this channel. We got to be able to hit at least 20 likes on every fucking stream that we do. Preferably 30 or 40, depending on how many people we have in the room. So let's go to the audio here for the other matchup. Keep me updated on all the other scores. Well, dude, I've been a Bucks fan for a long, long time. You know what I mean? I'm not, I'm not a traditional fan of sports. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of greatness, but I'm not gonna. Nice run by the Bills. I'm not gonna, sugarcoat shit. Latavius Murray, leave the chains. If my team is good, you're gonna do it. If my team sucks, I'm gonna call them out. I'm gonna call out any team and any player, regardless if it's on my team or not. It's refreshing to actually get takes that are honest. Even though some people are so biased and they're in their own fucking world, thinking that their teams are perfect and they never fuck up and none of their players fuck up and they have to defend them to the end of the earth, even though when they know they're wrong, it's lame. We already get a bunch of terrible takes on fucking TV. That's why sports talk is at its very worst. It's never been this bad. Like sports talk is at its very worst right now on TV and on podcasts. It's absolutely terrible. I mean, the only thing that I can watch right now is Good Morning Football and Pat McAfee show. You couldn't pay me to watch any other show, literally. Like if someone said, "Oh, I'll pay you $100 to watch Colin or Skipping," they don't even have Skip and Shannon anymore, but Get Up or any of these other shows, and I would turn them down. I'd say I can't do it. I mean, I don't want my ears and my eyes to bleed out, while I'm listening to some garbage fake takes that the producers have lined up for them to talk about. Oh, the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl? I haven't heard that before. So I'm just sick and tired of just terrible sports. I mean, we deserve as sports fans to actually have an honest person, just call it how it is, with no bias whatsoever. But it just seems like there's just so many people out there that don't know how. They don't have any empathy. They don't have any sympathy. They don't know what it's like to be in someone else's shoes. And also, you have to try to put yourself in the shoes of the GM, the owner, the coach, the OC, the DC. And most people on YouTube and Twitch are too fucking stupid, to be able to see past their own players and team. That's facts. Handoff. Rashad White with a gain of what? 1. Good job, you idiot. Bo Nix for Heisman. Fuck no. Are you fucking shitting me? I'm a Duck fan, but I'm not fucking stupid. Caleb Williams is better. Michael Penix Jr. is better. Bo Nix is playing good. Our defense has really been the surprising part of the season. We might be able to even win the Pac-12. It'll be the Ducks, Huskies, or the Trojans. It'll be, 2 of those teams are going to play each other. We play UW 2 weeks from now in Washington. We'll see how good we are. And we play USC in November. Baker, floater. Incomplete. No, Bo Nix for Heisman. Hell to the fucking no. I think he's actually playing really well, but he's going to be the guy that won't probably develop on the NFL. He's more of a backup QB, that might get a chance from a team when a quarterback that's starting gets injured. But like Caleb Williams, he could be a franchise guy. Michael Penix Jr. can be the next Tua. Quinn Ewers, Shedeur Sanders look like they have potential. You got Duke's quarterback. I mean, there's quite a few guys that will be above Bo Nix. Bo Nix will probably be like the 8th, the 9th, the 10th quarterback selected in the draft. I mean, they can talk about him being in the Heisman running if we beat Washington and USC. Almost picked. But yeah, I mean, he can run the RPO and he's been playing great. But I'm not going to be like, oh, just because I'm a Duck fan, I'm going to talk about how great my players are if I actually feel that others that are in the division are better. Like, honestly, if I had my choice, I would rather have Caleb Williams on the Ducks or Michael Penix Jr. Like, I like Michael Penix Jr. a lot. We don't have very many lefties, in the league. And obviously, Tua's the only starter. Damn, what happened to my hands? That could have been a pick. Yeah, Bo is good. Bo is good. But we also have a good offensive line. We got Troy. We got some wide receivers, and our running backs, Bucky Irving, Noah Whitting. We got some NFL guys. We actually have some pretty good talent in the running back room, wide receivers, our O line. Bo is a pretty decent player for college, but as far as NFL, he ain't going to be nothing. I'd be shocked if Bo Nix turns into a starter anywhere, let alone ends up dominating. I would be like the first person I'd be like, nope, not happening. So, I mean, Mariota is much better. Herbert's much better, and Mariota couldn't cut it, and he won the Heisman. So, you know what I mean? All right, let me go here, go to the audio here. But he is good, though, on the college side. I'll give him that. I mean, if we didn't have Bo Nix and we had some of our backups there like Ty Thompson, we'd be fucked. Or Novosad, he looks actually pretty good that he could be our starter after Bo, but after the Duck beatdown, no, because I really do respect Dion and Shedeur Sanders, and they were at home. So when Colorado came to Austin, it's a very crazy environment. I should know I was there and I was lit. So when you're there, it's hard to win. Now, if USC was playing at home, they would have beat the brakes off Colorado the same way that Oregon did. Guaranteed that they would have not even gotten to 20 points. But since they were at home, T.O. was there, the baby, Snoop Dogg, Will Ferrell. You had all the celebrities there. So when you have a lot of people there, and they're all that prime hype, and whatnot, they're feeding off that energy from the crowd. And USC's defense is suspect, just like every defense in the Pac-12. There really isn't a good squad with defense. Oregon has been the big surprise because I thought our defense was absolutely trash, going into the season, that we would be one of the worst teams in the Pac-12 defensively. But somehow, some way, we're actually one of the best. So, I think if Colorado was on the road, it would have been a, 42 to 6, 42 to 13 kind of game. But since, it was at home, USC's defense got a little tired because Caleb scores touchdowns so quickly. And USC's defense really isn't that good. Oregon's, has overachieved, but really they're not that good either. Like, I don't really think there's a real dominant defense. And normally when there's a dominant defense in the Pac-12, typically it's Utah, but they don't have Cameron Rising, and they lost to the Beavers. Beavers defense looks pretty solid. I could see the Ducks maybe losing to them, but hopefully not. So that's my take on it. But I was not surprised that Colorado came back. I'm a little surprised that they came back so close, but I'm not surprised that they did come back. So 2 more likes to 10, baby. Let's go. Bo is this year's Mac Jones. Worse. He's probably not even as good as Mac Jones, and Mac Jones is terrible. But we'll see. You never know. It's one thing to be a good, quarterback in college, but to be a good quarterback in the NFL, it's a man's game. Like I got LaMichael James and, DeAnthony Thomas and all these guys that I love, right? But I knew that they weren't going to pan out, at least on the NFL side. Let's go, baby. Let's get those likes up, Elliot. Like, sub, donate, share, support your boy. Let's go. We just hit 20,000, about a week ago. So, we want to keep this momentum going. And then after this game is over, I'll be pumping out a few reaction videos to the Bills, Dolphins, Saints, Bucks, and then maybe one other game. Then we'll do the Chief game tonight against the Jets, where we see Mahomes beat the brakes off of the Jets. And then I'll continue doing reaction videos later tonight as well as tomorrow morning. Get him! There we go. Levante David. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, Bills, I see you. Bills coming out with some fire, trying to be like Dolphins not today. Oh yeah, well it's Deion Sanders for Christ's sake. I mean, we're talking about the best corner that's ever put on cleats. I mean, that guy was. I mean, I almost became a Niner fan because of him. Obviously Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, and that was a big part of it. But I'm a defensive guy, and back when I really did enjoy the Niners, it was Deion when he was on the Niners, and to me, Deion on the Niners is the swaggiest Deion of all time. He was swaggy at Florida State, swaggy on the Falcons. Swaggy on the Niners for that 1 year. Then he went to the Cowboys, and people remember there. And then the swagginess kind of left when he went to like Washington and Baltimore because he was old. Most people remember him on the Cowboys, but my favorite memory of him is in '94 when he got Steve Young the Super Bowl. Because bottom line, whatever team Deion was on in '94 and '95 in his prime, which is his name, right? They were going to win the Super Bowl. So if he would have re-signed with the Niners in '95, Niners would have went back to back, 100%. Hill, that's a hold on the offensive line. That's coming back. Tackle him. There we go. Yeah, I agree, Calvin. I agree. There we go. Smash those thumbs, baby. Support your boy. 4 penalties on the Bucks. What's new? How many starting linemen do you have injured on the line, Sarah? 2? How many starters? Preston's asking, Sarah. He's like, Preston's like, this is the first game I've caught of the Colts this year, and this happens. What's the score in that game? How is that going? Are you guys losing by a lot? First down and 20, 3-0 Saints. Come on, Bucks, get pressure. There we go, AK. Little short game. Cousins picked. And I'm telling you, Vikings are going to get rid of Kirk Cousins, and they'll be looking at getting a quarterback. And big hit on Kirk. Touchdown, Panthers. And obviously, if you lose, it could actually be a really good benefit because if you're going to lose, like I said, you can end up getting a franchise guy like a Michael Penix Jr., Quinn Ewers, a Shadur Sanders, whatever happens. But there's going to be an opportunity for the Vikings to get a guy in the draft, and that actually is going to benefit them more long term. Yes, you have a stinky, terrible year this year. Absolutely trash. Oscar the Grouch is in the garbage can with Jay Jetta and Kirk, whatever, right? But then after Kirk leaves, if you get a great quarterback like a Michael Penix Jr. throwing to Jay Jetta, it could really take them to another direction. It could be like a brand new Miami Dolphins in the NFC. Just like Mahomes is in the AFC, Caleb Williams will be drafted probably in the NFC. So we'll have a Mahomes in each conference, which would be pretty fucking dope. That's my thinking of it. And not having Dalvin Cook and Adam Thielen is a bigger problem, that people are, obviously wanting to talk about. O-line has issues, and the defense for the Vikings stinks. So, it's like 1 year you can be great, right, where you can end up, winning 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 games. But if you don't have the consistency, to be able to do it year in and year out, then you're going to have one really big year with O'Connell and then another year where O'Connell looks like a piece of shit, like what's going on? But it's also personnel. You have to remind yourself of that too. There we go. Good defense. There we go. Look at the scores here real quick. We're getting to the end of the first quarter. We've got trips left. And they're just not, are they going to just let the quarter run out? I think they are. Okay, quarter's over. 3-0. All right, so we got Bills 14, Dolphins 7. Broncos and Bears, the battle of the bads, knotted up at 7. Ravens 7, Browns 3. Texans 10, Steelers 0. I'm not surprised about that. Panthers 10, Vikings 0. Rams 14, Colts 0. That's tough. I'm going to get a lot of these picks wrong for Mo Gumbo this week. I knew it. Saints 3, Bucks 0. Commanders 14, Eagles 7. Trap game. Bengals 3, Titans 3. And then the Jags 23-7 over the Falcons internationally. And then later this afternoon, we got Raiders, Chargers, Patriots, Cowboys, Cardinals, Niners, Chiefs, Jets. And then on Monday night, we have Seahawks and Giants. And then we saw the Lions beat the shit out of the Packers 34-20. So 8 fantasy points, and he's got 12 yards because you're playing PPR. That's why. PPR is money, especially if you get a running back that can give you those yards. You know what I mean? Well, Rashad White, 2.7. Mike Evans, 2.8. Warren, 1.2. Bills D, 6. Andrews, 1.7. CJ Stroud with a 6.86, all on my bench. So far, so good. I feel like I put myself in the best position to win this particular week, and hopefully we get some good numbers tonight. All right, let me go back to the Dolphins and Bills audio. Not that I want to watch something about dolphins or whales or whatever the fuck they're showing here on this Saints broadcast. Yeah, but like I said, you're going to have surprises this year, like the Vikings, because if you're thinking the Vikings are the same team from last year that won 11, 12, 13, 14 games, they're not. Like I said, if you lose pieces, you can't just assume that they were good last year, they're going to be good this year, but they shouldn't be this bad. But ultimately, I think they're tanking for a quarterback because they know Kirk is leaving. They're not trying to openly lose. It's kind of happening on their own. You know what I mean? But if there is one team that could be a playoff team, right away, if you just insert a quarterback and a few other pieces on the line, get another running back better than Madison in the draft as well, or in free agency, and beef up that D, the Vikings could catch up, to the Packers, next year, where the Lions should be the best team, and then the Packers and Vikings, battling for second place, and the Bears just being shitty for the rest of our lives. So, all right, let's go back to the Bucks and the Saints. All right, here we go. Carr bouncing into the outside. A very safe kind of approach by the Saints today, not really going deep to Olave yet, which is a little surprising, but AC joint is going to restrict your throwing motion to be able to go really far. So I don't know. It's going to be a lot of check downs, a lot of dump downs, a lot of screens, a lot of stuff in the flat. Hopefully we end up getting some you know post routes or something that to kind of stretch the field and test the secondary from the Buccaneers. I mean, you're up 3-0, but at some point you're going to get a PI or Olave is going to make a big catch downfield, or Rashid Shaheed or one of your studs. 3rd down and 5. Here it is. Here it is. And complete. You threw it too far. Achan, huh? Well, I got Jeff Wilson on IR, so once he comes back, it'll be interesting to see if he ends up being 3rd string. But if Achan keeps playing this well, that's going to be very interesting with that group, with Mostert and Achan and Wilson. I mean, the Dolphins are going to, they got the fastest team in the NFL, hands down. So as long as the defense, holds their own, it's going to be hard to be able to keep up with the Dolphins this year. 3-0 Saints. 14-14 Bills Dolphins. I got that on the screen here as well. Come on, Baker. Check down. I mean, if this game is just going to be a bunch of short gains, I mean, who knows what? I mean, it eventually will open up, where there's going to be people that are going to take chances to go downfield to make some big plays. But very conservative play calling from the Saints and the Bucs. But also our defenses are pretty good, so that's going to limit a lot of the action that we're going to be able to see today until they decide to make a move. Baker, there we go. First down, Bucs. Move the chains. Let's go. Nice job, Godwin. Let's go. 14-14 Dolphins and Bills. Come on, Baker. Oh, the jet sweep. Nice play call. Run. Yeah. First down, Buccaneers. Yeah. Ooh, Odin's son. I saw that. That's nice. Well, some BMX. Heck yeah. There we go. Get some momentum, baby. Jay Jetta with a tutty. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Oh, I'll watch it at halftime. Second down and 5. All right, starting to get a little Uncle Mo here. We got to open up the playbook. Let's go, Bucs. You got to be able to find that hole in that defense, wherever it may be. Baker, a little bootleg. Here we go. Did we get the first down? I think he got it. Yeah, Carmichael stinks. Fucking stinks. First down, Bucs, I believe. Or is it third down and 1? Oh, we got the first down. Move the chains. Yeah. Well, ultimately, you got to get rid of Carmichael and you got to get rid of Dennis Allen. And you need to have someone be better at head coach. Dennis Allen, defensive coordinator, fine. But head coach, not so much. Baker, play action fake. Baker, yes. First down, Bucs. Yes, sir. Yeah, Dragunov is sick. Yeah, that pay-per-view, it was so good. I might actually rewatch it again, like on Monday or late tonight. That's how good it was. And normally I don't do that, but Ron's in the building. What's good? Come on, Baker. Go. As long as we get in the red zone, Mike Evans is going to have a shot. My buddy Justin, who's a Bronco fan, he said, the Bronco defense looks like Portland State. I was like, damn, that's bad. How's it going, Ron? 3-0 Saints, second down and 7. Let's go. Come on, baby. Getting closer to the red zone. Let's go. Finley in the building. What's good? Oh, Godwin. Oh, almost picked. Wow. Godwin with a throw. They're really opening up the playbook. Holy cow. But good defense by the Saints there. It's not like it was 1-on-1. It was 1-on-3. But when you're throwing the football, you got to make sure the guy is open. You're throwing into double coverage, essentially. That was stupid. And if 27 had his head turned, that would have been a pick. Come on, Baker. It's like they're in a soft zone right here, the Saints. See if they bring the blitz. Nope. Only rush 3. Get rid of it, Baker. Pump fake. Pump fake. Oh, baby. First down, Bucs. Good decision, Baker. As much as, I didn't really like having Baker come in, he actually has been a little bit better than advertised. And his leadership is pretty on point, considering everything. I mean, do I want someone better than Baker? Yeah, of course. But, he is actually not too bad. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are worse than Baker at this point in the NFL, at this early point of the season, quarter way in. Good defense by the Saints. There you go. Rishi with the tackle. Yeah, we are not doing a very good job of tanking, and we're not going to. There's going to be a lot of other teams that are much, much worse than us. We just have to hope that like Shedeur Sanders or Quinn Ewers maybe falls into our lap. Because obviously Michael Penix Jr. and Caleb Williams and Drake May, we're not going to get a chance at those guys. But after those guys go, if we can end up getting Shedeur Sanders or maybe a Quinn Ewers, I would be okay with that. Depending if those guys can develop, with the Buccaneers and what we have. But the top 3 guys, it seems like, are out of the question. So, yeah, I mean the Bucs are trying to win the NFC South. I mean that's very clear. And it's going to probably come down to a 2-team race between the Saints and the Bucs. The Falcons and the Panthers are, at times they're going to play good, at times they're going to play terrible. You know what I mean? But they'll have their moments. But I feel that, based off depth and whatnot, I think that the Saints and the Bucs, since our defense, is a little bit better than the Falcons and Panthers at this point, that, I thought the Falcons would be able to make a little bit of a jump, but they're still very, very young, as we can see. Well, the car did break down because the AC joint came out. So you're on a flat wheel right now. You guys are running on 3 wheels, not 4. So 382. I might be able to buy a cheeseburger for that. Let's try to get me a fries, and nugget, and a drink. 3-0 Saints. Shotgun set. Baker. There we go. Oh, nice tackle. Lattimore. Okay. Go Bucks. 14-14 Dolphins and Bills. Let's go Baker. Shotgun set. Right there. PI, baby. Yes. Hell yeah. First down, Bucks. We're scoring on this drive. Yeah. Lattimore. What happened? What happened? First down, Bucks. Yes. Automatic first down. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, Evans was the one that initiated the contact, and then Lattimore grabbed him at the end. So, yeah, I'll take that back. That was on Mike Evans, not Lattimore. But Lattimore was the second one to do something, and second one typically gets caught, no matter what the situation is. So that's a bad call. Now they thought, oh, maybe we can run the ball with Rachaad White. Yeah, for what, 1 yard? Idiots. There you go. Fantasy points for you, Sarah. There you go. Well, we can at least tie this game up, but I mean, obviously getting a tutty would be nice. Godwin or Evans. We got to be creative in the play calling here. Shotgun set. Baker. Stupid play call. Stupid. Saints are too smart for that kind of play call. Cameron Jordan is just sitting there waiting for that. That was stupid. You can't run that play call on the Saints. If you're going to run that kind of play call, you run that kind of play call when you're going against the Falcons or the Panthers. You don't run that against the Saints. That was really stupid. Third down and 8. Cool Drew Brees jersey by that girl in the front row. Shotgun set. Godwin in motion. Shotgun set for Baker. Pressure coming. Baker in the flat. White with what? A gain of what? Oh, almost into the end zone. Uh-oh. Now, what do you do here? Do you go for the field goal? Oh, did we get the first down? We did get the first down. Okay, first down, Bucks. Hit him with a skirt. Oh, we're scoring here. Maybe Rachaad White will get a touchdown for me in fantasy. I got him on my bench, or maybe it'll go to Godwin or Evans here. We'll see what they do. Baker, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away, run, run, run. Okay, incomplete. All right, we're going to score here. We're going to get a tutty here. We're too close not to. I mean, even if you ran a QB sneak with Baker, we could probably get in. But that was a good decision there to get rid of the football. Running like a jet sweep would be good here. Like running a jet sweep, or you got to be a little creative with the play call. We're so close. Running like a fade route, we're really, I don't know if that would make sense here, but we got trips left. Ooh, I like this formation right here. Second down and goal. But I don't like that, handing the ball off. That was stupid. Good defense by the Saints. Don't waste this opportunity when you're this close. Nice tackle by Roach. Smoking that Roach. Come on, Bucks. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Third down and goal. Baker. Touchdown, Bucks. Let's go. Cameron Jordan injuring Baker. Let's see it again. Oh, damn, he clobbered him. Holy shit. He gets hit from behind and he gets bent backwards. Jesus Christ. That was dirty. Jordan had him below, and this is a dirty hit right there. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Let's go. Baker's a tough son of a bitch, though. Let's go. Let's go. Nice job, baby. Kate Otten. Let's go. Well, it's like with the Colts, Sarah. Sometimes you're going to win games you don't deserve to win, and then there's going to be games where you were probably supposed to win, and you play a team that you think that maybe you're just going to run all over, and then the Rams with Sean McVay, they surprise you, just like they surprised the Seahawks. They're surprising the Colts today, and that's the crazy part about football. You just never know. That's why we love it so much. Extra point is up, and it's good. 7-3 Bucks. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Win this fucking division. Let's go. Hell yeah. That's why, the NFL is better than the NHL, MLB, or NBA because you just never know. You never know. The good teams and the bad teams and the mid teams, they're all in there. That's what I'm saying, with Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay, even though Sean McVay is, coaching a shitty Rams team that is not like Super Bowl contenders anymore, you never can, count him out with the play calling. Bears beating up on the Broncos. Texans up 13-0. CJ Stroud, baby. Best quarterback out of the draft, probably. At least, at this point, development-wise, Richardson and CJ, but I think CJ leaped him now. So now it's CJ, Richardson, and then Bryce. And I don't know if it's going to stay that way, forever, but CJ is starting to kind of come into his own. He said that motherfucker's stupid. Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. Well, we already are under an agreement that the offensive line is not, where it needs to be, and then the head coach and the OC need to go. So it's like you got to figure out what's going to happen there, with the OC and the head coach, and then the O line. And once you get that addressed, everything else is, in line. You got the running backs, you got the wide receivers, you got the tight ends, you got the defense, you got Cameron Jordan, you got Lattimore, you got Demario. You know what I mean? Add some more pieces there. But again, if you don't have a good head coach, you don't have a good play caller. And then obviously if you have issues with the O line, it makes it very difficult to rely on your defense to win you the game every single week. You know what I'm saying? Or special teams to make a big play. It's but it also shows you too that Baker is a little bit better than people are giving him credit for. And I'll be the first. Did I want Baker? Hell no. I wanted to tank. And then obviously Baker is at a point now where he's trying to get us to win the division. And if that means I can't get Caleb Williams, I mean, obviously I'm not going to get him or Drake May. But Michael Penix Jr. We'll see what happens with him. I mean, but maybe that next tier of like Quinn Ewers or Shedeur Sanders can come to Tampa, and if that's what I end up getting, then so be it. But I'm going to be rooting for this quarterback class in college this year. That's facts. Hand off to AK-41. Slithers through for a gain of about 4 or 5. Saints need to get into the red zone and try to put up at least a field goal here to make it down to either 7-6 or take the lead 10-7 before halftime. Baker got bent backwards, and thank God he's okay. Yeah, and it's going to take time for Bryce and CJ, and Richardson to, because obviously if you guys got those 3 players in the first 4 picks, the team, big hit, big hit. Olave, someone call 911, boom. McCollum, no relation to CJ. Let's look at this screen pass. Hi, my name is Carr. Olave, you want to make a play? Bang! Thanks a lot, Carr. You trying to end Olave's life? Jesus. Now he's hurt. Good job, Carr. It's one thing to have an AC joint. Now you injure the best fucking receiver. Oh, he's shook it up. Yeah, your Jags look good, Toby. I mean, they are the front runner to win the division pretty much every year now moving forward. But like I said, once the Colts get a few more weapons in the draft next year, and obviously we know the Texans are coming, it's going to be a little bit more competitive a division than people think. I mean, hell, maybe the Texans will finish in second place. Hell, maybe the Texans get hot, and you never know. The Jags are the better team, but the Texans are coming. CJ Stroud has got something cooking. And like I said, in the power rankings, he's the best quarterback now over Richardson and over Bryce. And they're all pretty close to each other. It's not like one is great and the others are terrible. It's, it's about supporting cast and coaching too. Hit him. Here we go. There we go. Maybe my pick of the Saints will end up getting the Bucs the victory. Gumbo might not do very good in his picks this week, but maybe I'll end up getting the dub. We'll see. It's not over yet, though. 21-14 Buffalo over Miami. 7-3 Buccaneers. Definitely has been a defensive battle when both of these teams play, and that's how it always is every single year. And you know how much I love defense. Hand off to AK. Hit him. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. It's 12 noon. You know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Car. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Yum, 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 yum. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Saints with the punt. Oh, nice hit by the special teams of the Saints. Buck Showalter, he sucked anyways. That was like one of the biggest disappointments in baseball. So flag on the play. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. 10-7 Buccaneers. Let's keep it moving. Shotgun set. Well, of course, it's Sean McVay, calling the plays. Go, go. There we go. First down, Bucks. Wear that defense down. There we go, White. Nice job, Rashad. Fuck yeah, we're playing good today. 7-3 Bucks, baby. All right, let's go to the Bills. Let's go to the Bills audio. Yeah, but do you think that you guys can still win the division? I know this is a frustrating game for the Saints fans and whatnot. I get it. You know what I mean. But you guys obviously both of us are better than the Falcons and Panthers. So if we have some injuries, it's not like we're going to run away with the division. I feel the Saints and Bucks record should be pretty close. Throughout the season, even with your guys' struggles. Fourteen-3 Ravens. No, my Browns defense needs to play better. Let's go, Browns. Cleveland D's at 7. I need to get some more points. You think the Saints are not? Do you think you guys can get second place in the division? The Falcons aren't going to pass you, are they? Do you think the Saints will finish in third? There's no way. I mean, you guys have too much talent. Even if the offense stinks and the O line stinks and the OC stinks, Carmichael and the head coach stinks. Like the defense is good enough to be able to, you would think, at least get second place. Lamar Jackson. So who's winning the division then? The Bucks? My team's going to win? Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. I was about to say I was just about to bring that up, with the schedule, because even though that like the offense is having all these problems, like look at the teams that you're playing, right? Like even if it might be bad losing against the rival Bucks, like I mean, Patriots are beatable. Texans are getting kind of hot. I don't know if you're going to win that one, but maybe. I mean, you would think so. If we're doing it based off name recognition on those teams, yes. But Patriots could be 50-50. Texans, could be 50-50. Colts, Jags, like maybe the Colts and the Bears, but then the other matchups could be a little bit closer than people think. Patriots, Texans, and Jags could be close. I mean, if Richardson plays well with the Colts, that could be close. And then obviously the Bears is a 100% win on that one. But the other four, you should, but you don't really know. Schedule don't mean shit if you can't move the ball. That's true also, though. That is true also. Get rid of it, Baker. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go, go. Yeah. First down, Bucks. Let's go to the Bills and the Dolphins. Little halfback toss. Yeah, I definitely have to do the Chiefs game to make up for today. But I'll try to pump out a couple reaction videos after this game is over, and then we'll end up doing the Chiefs and the Jets, and then I'll just keep working really hard on that. So yeah, 382. Ugh. I thought in football season things would get better, but apparently not. But at least we got to 20K, so that was a big goal. And then eventually we'll have to get some more heavy hitters to step up. Good defense by the Bills. Mike Evans with a hammy. Good thing I didn't play him in fantasy. Oh, doggy dog, smart dog. You guys might be able to come back now if Evans isn't playing. There we go, Rashad. Yeah. First down, Bucks. The saddest thing of it all is that, where are the Buccaneer YouTube fans? You know what I mean? Like, they don't fucking exist. I don't know what Buccaneer fans do. You know what I mean? But they ain't on fucking YouTube. Yeah. You got to put up over 20, even if your defense is legit. I mean, how many games are you going to win at 2017, 16, 13, 17, 14? I mean, you might be able to have that type of, roster that could get you a couple, but at some point you're going to have to get into the 30s and 40s, at some point. You can't just be under 20. I totally agree with you. 21-14 Buffalo, 7-3 Bucks. Let's go, Bucks. Come on now. Let's get at least another field goal here. Baker. Nice. It's going to turn into the Chris Godwin show. It's going to turn into the Chris Godwin show with no Mike Evans, baby. Him and Otten. Rashad White. Floater. Intercepted. There you go, Saints defense. There you go. See? There you go. I mean, the offense isn't pretty, but at least you stopped us. Interception, and then go and do a 3 and out. Run up the middle, run up the middle, run up the middle, punt, and then halftime. That was just a shitty throw by Baker, and there's also going to be triple coverage. If you know Mike Evans is out of the game, you can't go to Godwin in that situation. Not on that route. You have to be smarter than that, Baker. You have to go to other options, like Rashad White, or you have to go to Cade Otton. You have to go to someone other than the number one if Evans is out, Uh-oh, are we going to get a safety on y'all? Uh-oh. Are you trying to come back and beat me, Sarah, in fantasy? Yeah, but you're not beating me this week. I'm going 4-0. Not happening. But I am glad that some of your players are putting up points. Like, if it was anybody but me, I'd be really rooting for you. But I need this fantasy championship this year. If I put in the most work and the most effort, then I have to get the results. Nice play by Diggs with that little spin move. Hit him with the spin cycle. Yeah, why is this not a touchback? This is such a stupid call. Why are they on like the half-yard line? That was so dumb. Uh-oh, fumble! Buccaneers, yeah! Antoine Winfield Jr., baby. Know what it is. There's not a lot of guys on the team that are great, but, Tristan Wirf's on the line. Antoine Winfield Jr. at safety. Let's go. The best safety we've had since John Lynch. Let's go. This is the worst that I've ever seen your guys' offense in this 2-year stretch. But again, life after Breeze is not going to be easy. Like I said, you got to be able to get a quarterback and an offensive line, and no Sean Payton, no Drew Brees. It's that's tough. That's tough. You got to really appreciate those moments when you did have Peyton and Breeze. Hell, maybe if Peyton gets fired from the Broncos, you guys can get him back. Then at least the offense would be better. Antoine Winfield Jr. is like Charles Peanut Tillman. He punches the shit out of that. And I'm telling you, Antoine Winfield Jr., one of the best safeties in football. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. First and goal. Punch it in. Shotgun set. Handoff. Rashad White. Let's go. 1 yard line. Rashad White actually might give me some points on my fantasy bench. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I saw that, Finley. There you go. Vikings are trying to get a draft pick. Carolina's just trying to get better. Go Panthers. Football is just so unpredictable. You know what I mean? Except for the Saints O line and all the issues that you guys have been having with the Saints fans. But, it's certain things in the NFL are predictable, and certain things are unpredictable. Let's go. And better O-line personnel and not getting rid of Armstead. I agree. Second and goal. Let's go, Bucks. Let's go. Punch it in. Punch it in. There we go. Yes. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Woo! Palmer, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We're winning the division, baby. I guess I can't tank anymore. Let's go. I mean, it's not like the Buccaneers are going to do anything in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Let's go, Baker. One shitty throw to Godwin. Great throw to Trey Palmer. Woo! Yes, sir. With a little bit of touch, Baker. What is this? OU Baker? Boomer Sooner. Extra point is up, and it's good. Bang! Hell yeah. Sorry, Saints fans. You guys owned me for so many years, and maybe that's why we don't have a lot of Saints people in the room anymore, because they know that their team isn't as good as they were when they had Breeze and everyone else and Sean Payton. It was easy to talk shit to me then. Not easy to talk shit to me now, better to avoid the situation, I guess. But still, I mean, if I'm going to be able to take the verbal abuse in years past, it's not like I'm going to verbally abuse any of the Saints fans. I'm going to keep it real, But only showing up when things are going good, and when things are going bad, not showing up. Come on, Saints fans, be better. Besides the OGs in the room like Calvin and obviously Elliott, I appreciate you guys more than you know. 28-14 Buffalo. It's like when you have fake friends, when they only show up when things are going good, and then when things are going bad, they disappear. It's like, oh, I need help moving, and then you just hear crickets, or I need a favor, and then they don't pick up the phone. Come on now. Yeah. Now you guys understand what it's like to be a Tampa Bay fan from 2008 to 2019, because I had to go through this bullshit for fucking 11 or 12 years straight and getting harassed by the NFC South and their fans. So, but it's still, with that being said, I don't like to see you guys struggle. 28-14 Buffalo, Josh Allen trying to get those Buffalo Bills a little bit more recognition and then put down Miami down a pedestal. But still, I think right now, the San Francisco 49ers are the best team in football. I mean, if you're looking at offense, defense, special teams, them and the Eagles, they're the two best teams in football. And, you still got the Chiefs and you still got the Bills and the Dolphins, but overall, Eagles and Niners, they give you that balance. And, we were going to say the Cowboys at one point, but you lost Diggs, so they're not even in the conversation anymore. Bills, obviously, Dolphins, Chiefs on that side for now. And then obviously Eagles and the Niners are the two best teams in football. 14-3 Buccaneers. Good hit by the Bucs. But this is a terrible play call right here that led to the touchdown. There should have been a touchback. And then one thing leads to another, leads to another. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh man, the Saints fans are getting feisty, which I would too. 14-3 to a team that you should beat. But if your O-line can't do it and your coach can't do it and your OC can't do it, I get it. Trust me, I've been there I went through a 12-year stretch where it was like that. Yeah, because Carr needs to have an O line. If Carr or Jameis or Taysom doesn't have an O line, that offense ain't going to work. You can still have running backs and wide receivers and all that, but it shows you O line and D line presence are so important in football. And if you don't have it, it's going to be very tough. Yeah. But again, it's one of those things, as a fan base, you can always be aggressive and talk shit towards other teams and whatnot, but ultimately, you have to be able to look in the mirror and understand that the head coach is not good, the OC is not good, the O line isn't good. I do like seeing AK-41 back in the lineup, Rashid Shaheed, Olave, Michael Thomas. There's pieces, but again, if you can't get structure and you can't get flow, the defense cannot carry you every single game. We already know when the Saints defense is on point, they're one of the top 5, top 3 defenses, but even top defenses get tired. So that's facts. I know it's hard for Saints fans that are maybe biased, to admit, that there's problems and they want to blame it, on whatever else instead of themselves, but very clear, what the problems are. They blame Pete. I've been doing that since last year. Yeah. Yeah, but also you got to give the Bucks credit. Like our defense is actually pretty good. Our team isn't bad. Like we actually have pieces. You know what I mean? Our offensive line is better than your guys' offensive line. We do have pieces out there and running back, wide receiver, and tight end. Baker is playing better than advertised. And our defense has, ballers. It's not like our defense has got shitty players. We got good players on defense, just like you guys do. So I don't know. That's why I picked up CJ Stroud on fantasy. Andrews with a TD. Man, I should have played Mark Andrews, but I gave Laporta a shot. It's all good. It happens. Mr. Williams in the building. What's good? How are you? DA doesn't need to stick to defense. I agree. 31-14 Buffalo. How are you doing, Mr. Williams? I missed you. How are you? Yeah. So you got to appreciate, greatness while you have it. You got to appreciate Breeze when he was there and appreciate Sean Payton when he was there and realizing after those guys left that things were not going to be the same. And a lot of Saints fans were delusional, thinking that everything was just going to be the same. Nothing was going to change. Nice job, CJ Stroud. Let's go. 31-14. 31 points at halftime on that Miami defense. That's pretty impressive. But Buffalo is at home. And whenever you're at home, you're going to play better football. And obviously, Buffalo is on their third win in a row after losing to the Jets, and it shows you, you lose to the Jets week 1 with Zach Wilson, and then you end up, catching a little bit of fire here in the last, 3 weeks. So good for them. Good for Buffalo. $3.82. Is that good? 17-10 Commanders. Trap game. First down and 10. Tua. Good defense by Buffalo. Let's go. And you guys were sleeping on Buffalo too in the fantasy league, just because that they ended up having this tough matchup against Miami, and they were the number 1 defense. They scored 31, and you guys just left them there. So all right, man. If you guys don't recognize that talent just because they had a tough matchup this week, if they're the number 1 ranked D, why wouldn't anyone pick them up? But again, if you don't do the research and you don't end up, going through all of the positions, then you're just going to leave them to me, and I'll scoop them up. So I'll take that. And I drafted him and dropped him, and I got him back. Thank God. It's a week to week thing in fantasy, but you also have to look ahead in your schedule, to see what you got lined up, where you have buys, where you have 3 or 4 people on a buy in the same week. You always need to look ahead. You just can't look week to week. You have to look, 2, 3 weeks ahead and see what you got and then plan ahead. So if you have a buy with like a defense next week, get them a week early. Otherwise, if you don't, you're going to be fucked. Wow. Appreciate you. $2 holla. Where are the goats? We need them. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $2 holla. Let me know what you want to see for photos, and I got you. $5.82, huh? Yeah. Brand new team, brand new vibe. 31-14 Buffalo on Miami, which is a little surprising. I feel bad. I'm going to do really shitty on the picks this week. I had a feeling that the opposite was going to happen, and it looks like almost every game that I picked, I'm going to get wrong. Because all the opposite team is finding a way to get it done. All right, Josh Allen with the kneel down, 31-14 Buffalo. Wow, impressive. Yeah, but Buffalo's defense is, when they're on point and at home, they play much, much better than on the road. And obviously, at some point or another, Josh Allen is going to heat up. It's not like he's not a top 5 quarterback anymore. He's always been a top 5. So, but again, it's like a recency bias. We see all the Dolphins love and, Dolphins this, Dolphins that, two of this, two of that. At some point, you need to come back to reality where, you end up fighting against a team that, maybe didn't do very good at the beginning of the year and people are taken for granted and, and then getting slapped in the mouth. That's the NFL for you. See if I can get a Bills logo. All right, second half kickoff coming up. Appreciate you. Hopefully, we get some more goats to support. All right, I'm gonna go get my drink out of the freezer. $14.03. Shit, I could call better plays than your fucking coaches could. I'll tell you that. Damn, 21-3 Ravens, huh? I got Mark Andrews, but sitting on my bench. I need the points on the defense. All right, here we go. Saints kick off. Kneel down. Yeah. Well, first I gotta get donos on the channel first to actually get support before I actually get any money from the Saints organization. Gotta start here first. If the people can't do it here first, then the Saints ain't gonna do it. So shit, nobody works for free, including me. Baker, hands off. Rashad White, nice little run there for a yard, idiot. Yeah, Mike Evans is out. He ain't coming back. We don't need him. We're up 14-3. We're good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if I can't get support here, I ain't getting support for Mickey. Third down and 8. 14-3 Buccaneers. Don't let the foot off the gas, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Baker. Third down and 8. Shotgun set. Baker. Get out of there. Oh, 12 noon. You know what time it is? It's Saint sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Brazil, I see you. $13. 7 more. Flag on the play. Camarda with the punt. Yeah, you got to show up though, good, bad, or ugly. You know, you just can't show up when things are going good. It's like fake friends. You know, only showing up when things are good. When shit's going terrible, you got to keep going. You know, you got to understand what it's like to be a Buccaneer fan. You know, going through 12 years of dog shit, even worse than this. You know, you think this is bad? This is nothing compared to what I had to go through for 12 years. Yeah, but when you get spoiled with Drew Brees and Sean Payton, a lot of the fans they can't take it. You know, and then they just stop watching, stop supporting. Oh, re-kick. 14-3 Tampa. Fourth down and 15. Bucks with the punt. Camarda. Good punt by Camarda. Look at that. One of the best punters in the league. Hit him. Oh, good return by the Saints. Almost to the 50-yard line. Creamsicles will fix everything. I don't know about that. Jerry. Yeah, but that's just buying in. That's just buying into everything, that you see the Mariners media pushing out there and everyone else hopping on that bandwagon. I mean, if we would have took care of business, towards the end of the season, we would have made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So you can say, "Oh, we needed more players than this and that." If we just played better and Julio played better and the pitching was better, we would have made the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, do we need, other players? Yeah, that would be nice. But with the roster that we had, we could have made it. We just didn't play good in September, and we had a lot of tough opponents. So. Not all of it is, Scott Service and the owner and the GM. I mean, that's a part of it. Of course, I would love for them to be able to spend money and stuff, but that really hasn't been their MO, you know? They have always been cheap. That's just how it is. Like, is this something brand new to, Mariner fans that you have not realized this? Like, this is how it's always been, but if we would have played better baseball, Julio would have played better, pitching would have been better, we would have made the playoffs, period. You know, it's not like the roster wasn't good enough. We were the best team in baseball in July and August. September schedule was tough. Got swept by the Dodgers. Hard matchups with the Rangers, Astros, Rangers at the end of the season. Like, think about any team in that situation. That could have happened. Do you think any team that could have overcame that? Dodgers, Rangers, Astros, Dodgers. Everyone would have failed in that situation. You know. So Tim Wakefield passed away. 57. Rest in peace. What scheme am I running? $5 holla. Thank you so much. Now I might be able to afford nuggets and a drink. Appreciate you. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. Full-time job. Not even making $15 an hour. That's good. But I appreciate you very, very much. If it was me and I was running the Saints, I would fire Dennis Allen. I'd fire Carmichael. You have to beef up that O line. Those are the main three things. If you don't get that O line fixed and you don't get the head coach solved as well. I mean, Dennis Allen can play a good defensive coordinator, but some guys that are coordinators are not head coaches. Period. The opposite of what the Saints are doing. That's what scheme I would run. There we go, Shaq Barrett. But you definitely need to be able to utilize your pieces better, like Olave with jet sweeps, run a little bit more screens, trips left, trips right. You have to be able to find ways to get yards and not be so fucking predictable. Can't hand the ball off, play action, hand the ball off, hand the ball off, pass. You know what I'm saying? Shaq Barrett and Carr talking shit back and forth. Thank you, Mr. Williams. $8. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Let me know what photos you want to see. I got you. And thank you so much, Mr. Williams. Every dollar counts. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $8 holla. I mean, my hard work does mean something. Nobody likes feeling like they're getting taken for granted. I'll tell you that. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. It just kind of I don't know. It is what it is. But most people that got 20,000 or more, you know, everyone's support level is going to be different. But pass incomplete to Olave. I mean, Carr being in at quarterback probably isn't the best thing for you guys either. Not just saying that Jameis would be better or Taysom Hill, but I mean, if Carr is hurt, I don't know if having him in the lineup. I mean, if he can't make the throws, Jameis might throw some picks or pick sixes, but at least his arm is healthy. You know, shotgun set, Carr going long, going deep, got a man, incomplete. Antoine Winfield Jr., you don't want none of that. I mean, if it was me, I would have started Jameis Winston in this game. That's what I would have done. I mean, I get it. Carr is the guy, but if you don't have an offensive line, Carr is not going to be a good piece for you guys if he doesn't have time. I mean, Antoine Winfield Jr. being a fucking OG right there. And if 30 could have ran up there, Delaney, that could have been a pick. Yeah, I mean, because like there's going to be plays where Jameis throws a bad pick or he fumbles or throws a pick six, but in that throw, he would have hit that throw for a touchdown. Maybe not every time, but on that particular throw, I mean, he might have been able to get you a tutty right there. Sometimes you got to make those decisions, but also too, with Jameis being injury prone and mistake prone, not having an O line, that's not going to be good either. So offensive line is so important. But like I said, if he's injured, you're doing your team more like negative than positive. You're not going to be able to put the proper touch on the throw. Offensive line helps the quarterback as well as the running back. Being able to hit the holes, have protection. Being able to run the ball and actually run plays rather than like a dive or a counter where you can pull guys. So if the O line isn't there, maybe you got to be able to switch things up. But again, if you're just trying to be loyal to Carr, and eventually it's going to lead to losses after losses after losses, and you guys are going to turn into the Buccaneers from 2008 to 2019. And I know you guys don't want that. I've been there. It's not like I don't understand. I've been there, and I've been even in a worse position than this. So you always got to appreciate the good times. But if it was me, I would have probably did Jameis Winston starting and then sprinkled in Taysom, and then had him run a few plays, through here and there on third down, and then and then just had Carr sit. So, but let me know what you want to see, Key and Mr. Williams. If you want anything picture wise, I got you. If not, that's totally fine. But like I said, I'm always willing to throw out some photos of some things that you guys love. Yeah, brutal. I really thought the Mariners had a chance, but again, that schedule in September was probably the toughest schedule I've ever seen for the Mariners ever, and again, we might have something like that next year. And, we can always bitch and moan and complain, but our team was good enough to make the playoffs. But schedule was tough, and pitching and hitting wasn't good, and Julio didn't play good down the stretch, and pitching wasn't good down the stretch. We played some really good teams. I mean, we lost to three teams: Dodgers, Rangers, Astros, multiple times. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, it's really hard to be able to make the playoffs when you end up having that type of schedule. So yeah, but the Broncos were a terrible team, so it's like I don't know about Sean Payton's downfall. It's like you're going to a team that's one of the worst in the NFL with Nathaniel Hackett. It's like, did people really think that he was going to turn it around in 1 year? You know what I mean? Like the Bronco organization is terrible. Like it's not good. Like I don't give a shit who's coming in there. Fucking Urban Meyer, fucking Nick Saban, fucking Andy Reid. Like you could put literally anyone there, and they're not going to be good. You know, like I said, even if you have the most elite coach going to Denver with the pieces that they have, I mean, what are you going to max out at 7 wins? Like you're not going to be able to get a whole lot there, even if the coach is good or not good. So, because ultimately the coach is not out there. He can't play 11 on 11. There ain't 11 Sean Paytons playing on offense and 11 Sean Paytons playing on defense. So, let's go, Baker. No Mike Evans for the rest of the game. There we go. Yeah, well, he has to say that, right? It's just like if Sean Payton was going to come in as the Saints' new coach and you guys struggled, of course he's going to say that we're going to turn it around and be better. What is he going to say? He's going to come in there. I'm Sean Payton. I'm one of the best coaches of all time, and I'm going to be ass. You know, I'm going to be terrible. I'm going to be worse than what we were. You know, of course he's got to be able to sell the fan base that they're going to be better. But you got to think the Broncos are injury prone. Running back, quarterback, wide receivers, tight ends. Nobody can stay healthy. O line. They don't have Von Miller anymore. Like they don't have Bradley Chubb. They don't got anybody except for what Simmons and Patrick Surtain. Those are the only two good players they have on the fucking roster. You know, yeah, you got Sutton and Judy and Javante Williams, but they all get hurt. It don't matter. Dulcich, all the got Russell, like you got all these guys, but they get hurt. They're pointless. You know, it's like you got names, but they don't do anything. I mean, the only guys that are worth a damn are fucking, the guys on defense, Simmons, and obviously Patrick Surtain. That's it. Everyone else ain't worth a damn, including Sean Payton. Come on, Vaughn, get that first down. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like I cover the whole entire league. You know what I mean? Like it said, if the Broncos weren't so injury prone, with their offensive weapons, yeah, maybe they could have turned it around a little, But when you got everyone injured, and it's like the Bears are in the same spot too. As soon as you traded away Roquan Smith and Khalil Mack, the defense went to dog shit. When you got rid of Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, it went to dog shit. So once you get rid of legends, or OGs that are good, you're fucked. You're not going to replace Von Miller. You're not going to replace Bradley Chubb. You're not going to replace Khalil Mack and Roquan Smith on the Bears, and now you're fucked. That's just how it goes. When you're terrible, you're terrible. No matter who the coach is, you can literally put in anybody in there. Kyle Shanahan, Andy Reid, and they'll help. With their schemes to get you a few wins, but they're not going to turn shit around. That when everyone gets hurt every fucking other game. So. Tua touchdown, Dolphins. Sheed, don't slip. Go, go, go. Do you? Oh, it's just going to be toxic. Nothing is worse when you lose to a rival team like the Bucks, the Panthers, or the Falcons. But like I said, if we had a lot of the Saints fans that were a part of this channel a couple of years ago, what they would be saying: Roger Goodell, the league is rigged. They would be blaming everything besides the Saints. And that gets annoying. It's very, very clear that it is Carmichael, and it's fucking Dennis Allen, and it's that O line. And if you could fix those three things, then things would be much, much better. You know. Yeah. And like I said, you have to understand what it's like to win and understand what it's like to lose. And a lot of people when they're used to winning, they don't know how to act when things get tough and when the team isn't good. 31-20 Buffalo, Miami's still in it. And every other Buck fan on planet Earth, is it's like super happy that the Saints, are struggling and the Falcons really aren't doing as much as they should. And, the Panthers are the Panthers. But, for me, I want the NFC South to be good. I want the NFC South to be like a respectable like conference. And I don't like seeing the Saints struggle or the Falcons struggle or the Panthers struggle. And I'm being 100% genuine. I already know what it's like to be, in the gutter, and it fucking sucks. You know, now, do I appreciate, the effort that I'm getting out of Baker and this team and I'm winning? Of course. Do I like winning? Yeah. But I don't like seeing other teams struggle. It's just not a good look, and hopefully things can get figured out. But yeah, Allen's got to go. Carmichael's got to go. The O line needs a reboot. That's for damn sure. AK, there we go. There we go. There we go. Keep pounding that rock with AK. It'll open things up. Run the ball, run the ball. Then you can actually run a play action to Rashid Shaheed or Olave. It's all about scheme. You got to be able to understand what you got. It's like the Saints fans, giving up on the team. It's like, they used to come in here heavy all the time talking shit when things were good. Now things are at a point where things are kind of questionable and tough, and then they disappear. You know, they're like fucking a ghost, like Casper. Like, where are they? Taysom Hill with the short game. So did they bench Carr now? Because I wouldn't have even played Carr at all. Like, you put in Taysom Hill or Jameis the rest of the game, and hopefully that's what they're doing. Now they have. I mean, if it was me, I'd be benching Carr. Michael Thomas there. Now they're starting to get a little bit of rhythm. I guess they're just going to stick with Carr. I mean, if it's working, as long as Tampa's defense, if they get a little tired and whatnot, if they're going to run some better plays here, but maybe Carr can turn it around. Obviously, that AC joint isn't hurting him that bad. Shotgun set, handoff, and there we go. Do you see this? Like, he actually running the ball with AK, and look, you're getting yards. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? You got a guy that hasn't played all season. You get him the ball. He's motivated. He wants to help, right? And then that'll open up the passing game. But again, if you got idiots calling plays with Carmichael and Allen, then what do you expect? They're finally getting into the play calling scheme that they should have done in the first and second quarter. But it's not late. You're only down 11, so I appreciate that, Key. There we go, Bucks team. Jay Jetta with another tutty. Bang, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir. I need that. Fantasy, 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 fantasy. Sorry, Sarah. Fantasy, 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 fantasy. I work way too hard on fantasy to, lose games, even though it is fantasy. Second down and 9, 14-3 Buccaneers. Yeah, but also, Finley, you're the Panthers. You have to understand if you're a team that had the first pick in the draft. I mean, what did you expect to go to the playoffs this year? It's going to be tough. You're only going to win a couple games this year. It's not like Bryce Young's going to get in there and you're going to win fucking 10 games. Like, you got holes at coaching, on the O-line, on the D-line, the defense. I mean, you could literally fill like 20 spots on your team. You're not there yet. So, you have to understand it's going to be rough for like 3 years, until things get better. So you have to give yourself that proper mindset. You can't be like, we're a playoff team, and then you get fucking crushed every week, and then you get depressed. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand your team. First pick in the draft. I mean, like I said, it's not like you're going to be able to turn it around. It's not like Bryce Young is just going to get in there and he's going to, throw for 40 touchdowns and 5 picks, and then you're going to be like a number 1 seed in the NFC. Carr, little check down. Oh, missed tackle. AK-41, Alvin Kamara. First down, Saints. You got to take things into perspective. Nice to see that the Saints offense opening up. Yeah, the Commanders game is a trap game. Anytime you play someone in the same division, records go out the window. Oh! 12 noon. You know what time it is? Time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Vita Vea, my boy. You don't want none of Vita. Yeah, AK's been nice. Like I said, I like AK a lot. Polish in the building. What's good? Second down and 14. Oh, you're hitting the Wisconsin audible. Come on, defense, make a play. Screen pass. Got to get Olave the ball. Let's go. Yeah, well, Reich needs to be fired too. You know what I mean? But everything will come in time. You just have to understand, that it's tough right now. You know what I mean? But, if you're the worst team in football like the Jags were, right, for 2 years, but then they had Urban Meyer and then they got Dougie P, that's what you need to think of right now with Reich. Reich is Urban Meyer. You need to fire him and then try to find your Dougie P. And then once you find your Dougie P, things will get better for you, Finley. You know what I mean? You have to understand that. It's not going to be a process that's going to happen overnight. There's going to be a lot of you know a lot of depression, a lot of tears shed, a lot of frustration, a lot of air punches. It's going to be tough for a few years. That's just the reality. And like I said, but once you get the right coach and they start building the building blocks properly, things will get better in Carolina. And obviously, this upcoming draft has a lot of talent. And then if you guys end up being bad, think about it. 1 step backwards to go 10 steps forward. He'll go, kick is up, and it's good. 14-6 Buccaneers. Yeah, but like I said, most coaches that get promoted from OC or DC can't cut it. All right, let's go to the Bills and the Dolphins audio. So we can listen to a little Tony Romo and Jim Nantz. BS play calling from a BS coach. 100% agree. 34-20 Buffalo. Oh, nice interception. Micah Hyde. Kellen Moore would have been a thousand times worse. You know what I mean? Anyone that calls a play with Dak, with like a draw, with like no timeouts left, you don't want that. Now, he can draw up plays and do pretty good as an OC for the Chargers. And obviously Dallas's play calling has gotten a little bit better with McCarthy. But you don't want Kellen Moore as the head coach. Hell to the fucking no. If you want to do worse than what you're doing right now, then that's what would have happened. So Saints defense can hold teams under, but you can't even get over 20. I know it's a hard thing. But even if you had, Allen and Carmichael still there, and the O line was better, like let's say Armstead is still there, then you would be able to get probably over 20. Even though the play calling is shitty, just having a better O line would firm it up. But I would say probably the biggest problems are obviously the O line and Carmichael. You would have to fix those first. Allen is not good, but I mean he's just the guy. He's the head coach. But obviously the play calling and the O line is more important than Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen is the third priority. Carmichael getting rid of him is number one, and then obviously O line is right up there with 1A, 1B and a priority. So. Yeah, I think Service is the guy. The media loves to be able to, like, oh, we need to spend money. We need to spend money. No shit. We should have been spending money 20 years ago every single year, but we're cheap and we never spend money, right? And Cal Raleigh spoke to the media and was like, we need to spend money and do this and that. But honestly, if we just would have played good baseball in September, we would have won. But you played like shit against the Dodgers and you got swept, and played like shitty against the Rangers and the Astros and the Rangers. So we dug our own grave. Julio didn't do good in the last 15 games. Luis Castillo didn't do good. If we would have played better, we would have won. Bottom line. I mean, you could say, oh, we could have got this guy, we could have got that guy. Of course, that would have made us better. You know what I mean? But you have to know your organization if they're going to spend or not spend. And typically they don't spend. So, I agree, with Cal Raleigh and some of the fans, but a lot of it is just like bandwagon talk. Like as soon as they hear one person say it, and then instead of like using their own opinion, they just love to hop on the wagon of everyone else. Like, oh yeah, this guy said it, so I believe it. It's like, okay, but again, if we would have just played good baseball in September, then we're not talking about this, That's kind of my feeling toward it. Yeah, Drew Holiday, and then we actually got Brogdon too. So the Blazers are, it's a good move for us and a good move for them. You know what I mean? They get Drew Holiday, they'll find some other bigs that they can figure it out. You know what I mean? And it's fine. Well, Diggs is trying to get you some fantasy points today, huh? Let's go, Baker. Let's go, Baker. Wide open, baby. Chris Godwin, yeah. First Buccaneers. Move the chains. Baker Mayfield. Yeah. Let's go. Nice job, Sarah, with Diggs. Like the best game of the year. Too bad you couldn't get some more support from fucking Burrow. 2 points. That's terrible. Williams got hurt 3. I mean, you got 21 from Williams. You got 36 from Diggs. Ridley with 11. Hawkinson, where are you? Pittman with a 0. That's terrible. And then look at your defense and your kicker. Like I said, you gotta improve the defense and the kicker. But still, with everything that you have in the lineup, that's tough. It's tough to win when you only have a couple guys hitting, each week. That's facts. Astros, Rangers, last day. Who takes the AL West? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, both teams are great. You know what I mean? That's just, I like to keep it real and keep it honest. Like, I see all these people, and like I said, they always like to hop on other people's opinions on the internet, and then they don't make their own opinion, and then they're like, yeah, this guy said it, so I believe it. And it gets annoying. Like, it would be nice for people to make up their own, like, ideas and their own opinions, but that's just what it is. There's a lot of followers out there, not a lot of leaders or people that actually want to break down things themselves. But like I said, I think the Astros and Rangers deserved it. And honestly, we could get Astros, Rangers, Orioles, Rays, pretty much anybody besides the Blue Jays and the Twins. They're not going to make it. But there is going to be 4 teams battling for the World Series: Astros, Rangers, Rays, and Orioles. Those teams are legit. Blue Jays are like the Mariners, where they don't have all the pieces yet, and the Twins are garbage. They just got in because they won the Central. And then the Astros probably are the most Probably the most reliable team since they have the experience with Dusty, and they're probably the only team that could win the World Series against the Braves. And the Braves should make it. The only team that can beat the Braves is the Braves. You know, like the Dodgers are okay. They can win 90 to 100 games, but they're not the Atlanta Braves this year. So we should see an Astros Braves World Series, but will we? And not if the Rangers and the Rays and the Orioles play better, you know. So we'll see. It's going to be really exciting either way. That's big facts. I love it. I love it because, like I said, it gives me now a reason to watch Bucks games because Dame is there trying to win a ring. He's 33 years old and he wanted to play with Giannis, and that gives him a better chance to win a ring than in Miami or Boston, in my opinion. And then with the Blazers, yeah, I mean, we got Scoot Henderson to replace Dame. He's going to be a superstar. Anthony Simons is decent since we got rid of CJ McCollum. We got Jaden Sharp, who's got, like a 50-inch vert who can dunk. And we got Ayton, he might not be like Joel Embiid, but at least he's one of the top 5 centers. So I actually do like, what we have with the Blazers, and I will be covering the Blazers and the Bucks pretty heavy, for Dame and obviously me being a Blazer fan. So, yeah, this is the best Blazer roster starting 5 we've had in a minute. No Nurk and no Dame, but I like the pieces that we got in return. Can you imagine if the Blazers would have traded Dame to the Heat for Duncan Robinson and fucking Tyler Hero? I would have stopped being a Blazer fan. I'd be like, fuck this. What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, at least give us Jimmy Butler or Bam in return. And that's what we wanted, but they wanted to have the big 3. And so it's Pat Riley's fault for being a bitch and not giving up more. You had to have given up at least Bam and someone else. Bam, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, draft picks, but you weren't willing. So you didn't get Dame. So, you dug your own grave, idiots, Like, I like watching the Miami Heat, but you can't disrespect us like that. Hall of Fame point guard, top 12 player in basketball, one of the top 5 point guards, and you're going to give us Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson? Jesus Christ, you might as well put me on the fucking team, and I could do just as good as those motherfuckers. I mean, it's ridiculous. But, again, the Miami Heat think the Blazers are stupid, and then we said, fuck you. And then, and then, he ended up going to a better team. Did he want to go play with Bam, one of his best friends? Dame? Yeah. But now you get to play with Giannis, and now you actually can win a ring. So it worked out for both teams. I mean, don't you agree? I feel I'm the realest motherfucker on planet Earth. Like, there's a lot of people that do sports, but the only thing that's really separating me from being able to get to superstardom status, is actually getting sponsored or being on a network. Because like I said, I feel like if I had a global audience, people would be like, you know what? This guy really just calls it how he sees it. And that's what we need in sports. People like me and others, females and obviously males that have a perspective of sports and be real and not being biased and having these stupid takes. Cowboys are winning a Super Bowl. I mean, that's stupid. There we go, Baker. But I appreciate that, I try to set the example. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you very, very much. $5 holla. I appreciate you. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. But another thing, too, is that even though I'm not famous yet, like I said, it's like EA Sports and Madden, they watch. Good Morning Football watches. Peter Schrager watches. So obviously, if I was stupid and I wasn't talented, then they wouldn't be stealing my material and using it as their own. So at least I have that going for me. I guess the biggest form of flattery is stealing your shit. So that's what they're doing. And I do appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Plus, I got more Saints fans that support me than fucking Bucks fans. You know what I mean? That's the biggest honor that I can have. It's like me being like an Eagle streamer and having Cowboys as my biggest fan base, or me being a Niners streamer and I got Seahawk fans supporting me the most. It's like unheard of. There's never been a scenario where there's been a streamer where the opposite team that fucking hates that other team to a passion. Saints fans hate the fucking Bucks, but you guys respect me because I'm not a typical Buck fan. I'm just a sports fan that's real. Real recognizes real, right? Big facts. 14-6 Buccaneers. But yeah, I'm very excited about the Blazers and Bucks this year. And I'll still watch the Warriors and the Heat and the Celtics. It's going to be fun. Baker, get rid of it. Run, run, run. There we go. And, I'll be honest. I hate the NBA. I fucking hate it. I hate the NBA and I hate college hoops. And it used to be my favorite growing up as a kid. NBA. But I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and it was different back then. Jordan, Bird, Magic, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Olajuwon, Karl Malone, Chris Mullin, John Stockton. I mean, do I need to keep going? Drexler. It was different. Then I got to see Iverson and Kobe and Shaq. Like these guys now, it would get their absolute ass kicked by the guys in the 80s and 90s. But we still have, the LeBrons and the Lucas and the Giannis's and the Jokers. So there's still a little bit there for me. But, this load management crap. Oh, my neck is sore. I'm going to be out for 10 games. Centers shooting threes. I mean, it's just lazy. No one playing defense. But with Dame going to the Bucks and then the Blazers getting kind of a makeover, like I'm definitely going to be invested in the NBA, going into this season and beyond. So that's good. I hated the NBA, and now it'll be kind of like NASCAR, baseball, and hockey, where I can accept it. And I think I'm going to enjoy the NBA this year. Kick is up. It's got the distance, and it's good. There we go. There we go. Yeah, 50 yards is not long. 60 yards, is like, oh, you know what I mean? But again, you got to think a lot of field goal kickers can't make 50 to 60-yard field goals. When it's 50 to 55, it is a little difficult, but you know, every kicker should comfortably make 50, but let's be honest. Kickers have been pretty fucking bad in the last 5 years. We see guys that can't even make extra points sometimes. So I get it, Elliot. You're true. It's right. They should. But let's be honest. That's why they have to get rugby guys and they have to get soccer players because sometimes these NFL guys can't do it. Four more likes to 20. I appreciate you guys very, very much. You have no idea. But once we end up, getting a little bit more support and more pub and love, or if I get a sponsorship, or if I'm featured on a show, or I get my own show. I mean, I'd rather just be my own CEO and my own boss because if like Fox Sports or CBS Sports or Pat McAfee show or whatever, if some kind of outlet reached out to me, I wouldn't want to be like not me. Like if I can't swear and I can't be myself, I don't want to be fake and sell out. Like of course money talks, and if you get like oh Ryan, we're going to give you $1 million, that would be tough to turn down. Let's be honest, you know what I mean? But or even $100,000, you know what I mean? But I want to be able to stay true. I want to be able to, give the fans and sports what they deserve. And I feel that you don't really get that in sports right now. It's like the fakest people and the most horrible takes. And then you get athletes that used to play sports like Shady McCoy and Acho, who are absolute dog shit. And they make you dumber after listening to them. And that's why I don't watch, and they have stuff that's just bullshit. It's not real. They either come up with this hot take that's fake or the producers tell them to say it that way. And then they think that, that this is going to draw ratings, because people can argue, but again, people can tell when someone is real and when someone is fake instantly. It's like an aura and a vibe. It's like you're a piece of shit, you're fake, or you're real, so I mean, that's how it goes. But like I said, I think sports talk is at its very lowest point it's ever been, ever, right now. I mean, that's why there's so many shows that are out there that are dog shit. I can't watch anything besides Good Morning Football, and I don't even enjoy it, compared to when Kay and Nate were there, Like Jamie and McCourty are okay, but they're not as good as Kay and Nate. Facts. And then I can watch Pat McAfee show. But other than that, I can't watch anything else. And I watch those in the morning, and that's all I can watch. And I'll be doing some playoff baseball too, even though the Mariners got eliminated. Yeah, Jerry, it's one of those things also too in fantasy. Just because someone does really good one week and then you start them doesn't mean they're going to do good the following week. It's tough. Fantasy is very cruel. You can have a guy put up 15, 14 on your bench, and you're like, okay, I'm going to start him. And then you put him in and they put up a 2. And you're like, motherfuck. That's fantasy football for you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think we are the only team in the division that could win a playoff game or at least get to the playoffs and be a team that will other teams wouldn't want to play. I appreciate that. I mean, and honestly, you know what? Like I know most Bucks fans would be like, "Fuck the Saints, fuck these guys." They deserve this, but I can't, man. Like because I feel your guys' pain, because I've been there. I think I just have a little bit more sympathy and empathy than the average fan, and like I said, I don't like seeing fucking teams struggle, even if it's my rival. And that, I don't know. I think that just shows the character of who I am. Now, if this was me 20 years ago, oh yeah, I'd be talking shit like how most Saints fans talk shit to everyone. You know what I mean? But I'm not that person anymore. And I've matured, and I want you guys to turn shit around. But if the O line doesn't get fixed, and you got Carmichael and Allen still there, you guys are fucked. And that's just the honest truth. And I think you guys know that. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying it in an honest, true way. And hopefully you guys can fire those two guys, get the O-line firmed up, and things can get better. Because I don't like seeing this version of Saints football. Because I root for the NFC South. I want to be like representing the South in a positive way. And it's not going to help if the Panthers are booty, the Falcons are booty, the Saints are booty. And the Bucks really aren't great, but we're not booty. But I mean, someone's got to win the division, right? So, yeah, Jerry, you know what? That's the biggest thing. I thought the defense was going to be one of the bottom, four in the Pac-12 this year, and we are literally maybe the best defense in the Pac-12 this year. So if we can end up beating Washington and USC, we can win the Pac-12. We can get there, but we'll find out. Nice first down, Saints. We'll find out if we can beat Washington, which we might not be able to. But if we can beat USC at home, and we only have that one loss to UW, and we can win most of the rest, that'll be big. And then if we end up beating Washington and USC, then we'll see what happens, So, but Washington, we might lose that one, but I think that we have a better chance of beating USC, even with Caleb Williams. Our defense is better, right? Like we thought we were going to be on the bottom end of the Pac-12, bottom 6 in defense. And we actually, you could argue, we're in the top 3. Oregon State's defense looks pretty good. Washington's defense at times looks pretty good. I mean, I haven't looked at the ratings or the rankings. Maybe, Matt, you can look that up and look to see what the rankings are for the Pac-12 teams for defense. Like, what are they ranked? If there's some kind of website that you can look that up on. I don't know if ESPN or PFF or something that will show that information. But I'm very curious to see what Oregon's defense is ranked compared to the other Pac-12 teams. And I would think that right now we're number 1. But I don't know if we're going to stay number 1, especially against UW and USC. But I'll be honest, I think we can beat anybody in the Pac-12. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't believe it. First down, Saints. I think we can win the Pac-12. I think we can. And I thought we were going to finish maybe somewhere between 3rd or 4th. But now we're showing that maybe we're a little bit better than when we originally thought, which is great because I love defense, and I thought that was going to be our weak spot. So there we go. Yes. And even though we're super young, Jerry, we're overachieving, and that's a fantastic sign. Because I'm not a big Dan Lanning guy. I still like Mario Cristobal better. But if he can end up, getting us these dubs, he's going to rub off on me a little more, even though I know he's a rental. And once, Georgia fires Kirby Smart, he's gone. But for the time being, he's, we just need to have these guys, these transfers come over, and things are working out. $5 holla. Thank you, Calvin. I appreciate you more than words can say. Thank you so much. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, baby. Thank you so much, brother. Offense. Well, I would say offense. The best offenses are Washington, USC, and Oregon. I mean, it's very clear our 3 offenses are the shit. Like I said, we're good. Except that Bo Nix probably won't pan out in the NFL, but Michael Penix Jr. and Caleb have a better shot. Eddie in the building, Colts in the building. What's good? UCLA is 2. Really? UCLA is 2. Utes are 3. Beavers are 4th. Yeah, I like the Beavers. Beavers could beat the Ducks at the end of the year. Like that legitimately could be a trap game for us. Like let's imagine beating Washington, USC, and then we end up playing Oregon State in the Civil War and we lose. I could definitely see that happening. Nice, Devin White, my boy. Nice tackle. 17-6 Buccaneers, baby. Yeah, I would have thought that the Beavers were up there too. Utes are normally the number 1 team in defense, and they run the ball really well, but they don't have Cameron Rising, so that was a big part of it. When Cameron Rising wasn't in the lineup, the backups weren't able to score, and then that was the defense got tired. But normally, I would have said the Utah should have been number one, but Cameron Rising's been hurt all year, so that's definitely affected them. And the Beavers definitely are in the top four. They're awesome. Ukulele has been fantastic for them. Good for them. I like seeing both teams in Oregon do well, just not when we play each other. You know what I'm saying? But at least the Oregon Ducks, this is the first time that we've been 5-0 since like 2013. So this is an awesome year for the Oregon Ducks, and I'm glad Bo Nix came back. Troy Franklin's awesome. Whittington is awesome. Bucky Irving is an OG. He'll make the NFL. It's just like the defense is very young, but we're overachieving. So, yeah, Texans are good. I got CJ Stroud in fantasy. He's actually the best quarterback out of the three right now. So. And also, you got to give credit to D'Amico Ryans. Anyone that comes from the Niners organization is going to be able to turn the organization around. Now, if Saleh could have had Aaron Rodgers, then that could have been better. But, you got to understand, depending on where you're getting your coaches from, certain guys are going to resonate with their players. Izzian, I see you, bro. 17-6, second down and 10. Get him. Throws it away. Yeah, that AFC South will be up for grabs for the next few years. And then, like I said, the additional pieces. CJ Stroud gets a number one receiver. Imagine if CJ Stroud got Marvin Harrison Jr., what would happen? You know what I mean? You just need to keep building and building and building, and then eventually things are going to get a little bit better. The Jags own that division for now, but eventually the Colts and the Texans are going to catch up, and then the Titans might end up, scaling back to being the worst team in the division. Even though at one point they were the best a few years ago, Shotgun set. Carr. Check down. What happened to my hands? I don't know if Troy Franklin's going to be an NFL player, though. Just like Bo Nix. You got guys that look like they could do something, but, even, Whittington and even Bucky Irving, he's kind of undersized. So it's like, he's going to be more of like an RB2 rather than an RB1. But if he got on the right team, he could really help, But I'm not sure if there's anyone really on the Duck roster where I'm like, oh, wow, I don't think we really have any Thibodeaux or Haloti Ngatas that are going to for sure pan out. But, we'll take with what we have. Groupie. Does he have groupies? Maybe. Kick is up, and it's good. Bucks defense holding the Saints to 9. I love it. Hell, if you're the Broncos, you need someone better than Troy Franklin. You need fucking Marvin Harrison Jr., dude. You need a better talent than Franklin. I know you're Broncos and Ducks, but fuck, if you want the Broncos to get better, you need more top tier talent. Unless you got Troy Franklin late, whatever round that Franklin goes, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever he goes, Yeah, but the Niners are a good organization. They got good ownership. They got John Lynch. They got Kyle Shanahan, arguably one of the best GMs and one of the best head coaches. And the Niner fans, they may win the Super Bowl this year. They're gonna, if they're gonna talk shit, they can back it up, just like Eagle fans. They're the two best teams in football, typically. I think the Niners are the number one team. So, and they have been very, very good. They got O-line, they got D-line, they got defense, they got GM, they got coach. They just had to figure out the quarterback. So, you don't like it because they got Run CMC from you. You know what I mean? But you have to understand, if Run CMC can win a championship, and get it with the Niners, he transformed that team. They already had good pieces, but they never had a caliber of a player, like Run CMC. So you can be bitter that Run CMC left the team. I get it. But you can also, be like a bigger man and root for him to get a Super Bowl because you loved him so much. It's like me. Do I want to be a hater towards Dame because he left? No. I'm going to buy a Dame Buck jersey, throw it in the closet, and I'm going to root for him to win a championship. Just like Clyde Drexler won one with Akeem Olajuwon. It hurts when they don't win with your team, but you don't have to be a hater. Especially if you love McCaffrey as much as you did, just because they go to another team, it's a business, man. You can still root for him to win a championship, And the Niner fans are actually not as bad as the Saints fans or the Eagles fans or the Cowboy fans. You know what I mean? And like I said, the Niners have had a lot of pain. Think about it. They won 4 Super Bowls with Montana. They won one with Steve Young, and they haven't won shit since '94. Kaepernick, nope. Jimmy G, nope. It's like they can get there, but until they actually get better quarterback play, they're not going to be able to win it all. So, I'm gonna be the bigger person, and I'm gonna root for Dame. Instead of being a fair weather fan and be like, fuck Dame, fuck the Bucks, fuck them. Blazers, Rip City all day, every day. That's stupid. That's not being a fan. If you supported someone through and through, you don't give up on someone like that. You root for them to keep going. Right. But the Niner fans, I mean, you might think that way, but most people don't. Niner fans really aren't that bad. They're just passionate like everyone else, but they're not toxic. Maybe you've had toxic interactions being a Panther fan with CMC and the Niners, or maybe you have friends or people that live near you that talk shit or whatever. But I'm telling you, out here on the West Coast, Niner fans are not that way. They're going to be passionate, but I mean, they got an amazing team. They're kind of like the Kansas City Chiefs of the NFC. They have stability, and they're going to be good for a long time with Lynch and Kyle Shanahan running the show. And that's what it takes. You got to have good pieces at the top to trickle down to the bottom. And once you have good ownership, a good GM, and good head coaches and good coordinators, the players fall into place on their own. That's big facts. And trust me, if I wasn't a Bucks fan, I would be a Niner fan. I grew up watching that team and rooting for that team. And I'm sorry you had bad interaction with Niner fans online or in person, but they're not the Saints, they're not the Eagles, they're not certain organizations that are known as a toxic fan base like Saints and Eagles and Cowboys. So it's all good, man. Your time will come, Finley. It's a rough time right now, but your time will come. You'll get back to that Jake Delhomme, Mushti Muhammad, Steve Smith era. You just got to give it some time. 17-9 Buccaneers. Let's go, baby. It's all about perspective. You got to keep things in perspective. Most people have a hard time doing that. It's a lot easier to be negative than it is to be positive. It's a lot easier to be a piece of shit person than to be a good person. To be a good person, it takes effort. To be a piece of shit is easy. That's why we have so many piece of shit people that are out there on planet Earth, right? You have boyfriends, girlfriends, relationships, and you find out the person's a piece of shit. They're a cheater, they're a liar. No honesty, no loyalty, no respect, because it's easy to be that way. It takes effort to be good. 3rd down and 5. Let's go, Bucks. Panthers are in a better place than the Broncos or the Bears. I agreed. Shotgun set for Baker. There we go. There we go. 1st down, Bucks. Yes, sir. Nice job, Baker. Yeah. Nice job, Tompkins. (24-24) trap game, for the Eagles. Like I said, you never can ever, take the Commanders. And also they have Eric Bieniemy. He's changed that franchise already. And I already said that at the beginning of the year that the Commanders are going to be better than people think. Are they going to get destroyed sometimes? Yes. 1st down, Chris Godwin, move the chains. But there's also going to be games where they play pretty well. So. Nice job, Godwin. 3 more likes, baby. It also shows you Miami's defense down 48-20 that, they may not even be able to get to the AFC Championship game because that defense is a liability. They could get there, you know what I mean? But if they end up playing like the Bills and the Chiefs, they may not win. It's like, yeah, they're the cool story of the league of, destroying the Broncos, but ultimately you have to have defense. Like you can score points and look sexy, but eventually you're going to get slapped in the mouth by a team that's got an offense similar to yours, like the Bills and the Chiefs. So even though the Dolphins are the fun story, it is what it is. That's a story. Mogumbo in the building. What's good? Yep. Allen needs to be fired. Carmichael needs to be fired, and the O-line needs to be fixed. And I fucked up on the picks like I told you I would, Mo Gumbo. Almost all the picks that I told you that were 50-50, I'm losing almost every single one. So I apologize. I did terrible today. I haven't looked at all the scores yet, but I don't think I did very good. There's a lot of ones that I were thinking one team, and then I was like kind of going back and forth. So I fucked this week. I'm sorry, dude. But this was a hard week to pick games. The hardest week to pick games so far this season. A lot of a lot of like 50-50 matchups where I really didn't know. Nice stop by the Saints there. Third down and 7. Come on, Baker. Shotgun set. Baker steps up in the pocket. Yeah, Godwin. There's a flag on the play, though. Go, go, go. First down, Buccaneers. But is it a holding on the Buccaneers, though? That's probably a hold on the Bucs, I would assume. But hopefully it's not. Defense, yes. Let's go. First down, Buccaneers. Hell yeah. Nice job, Godwin, stepping up for the Mike Evans injury, baby. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely sucks when people give up on you, relationships and whatnot. But sometimes, someone giving up, it just means that they weren't the right person for you. First and goal. Shotgun set. Baker. Rachaad White. And then I'm going to do reaction videos will start coming out from the NFL around 1:30. So I'm going to try to pump out a couple, the Bucs Saints, and I'll do Bills and the Dolphins. And then I don't know if I'll have room for another one. And then I was going to skip Sunday night, but I'm going to do the Chief game. So we'll do Chiefs and Jets. And then I'll just try to do the rest of the reaction videos or a good chunk of them on Monday. And then we'll do Monday Night Football with the Seahawks and Giants. So. I mean, I can't pass up, watching Mahomes. So I got him in fantasy, and plus it's the Chiefs. So I'm not doing the game because of Taylor Swift. Oh, baby. Nice job, Godwin. But again, if Godwin, took advantage of Mike Evans' hammy, and it was a good decision for me to bench Mike Evans, not only because of the Lattimore matchup, but that was good. Thank God I got Jay Jetta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Keenan Allen. Second and goal. Come on, Baker. Man in motion. Baker. Godwin. Incomplete. Any other reaction videos that you guys can think of that you guys would want to see today that I could bust out? Because if I just record the reaction, because what I was doing before, like in week 1, I was recording one and then uploading it and then like waiting an hour and then doing another one. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to bust out like 3 or 4 and then I'll upload them afterwards. That's a smart way to do it. Just record them and then upload them after I'm all done with them. Baker, all time in the world. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Yeah. Tompkins, baby. Let's go. Yes. Tompkins with a great effort. Woo, baby. Did he drop it, though? Oh, I think he dropped it. That might be incomplete. I think that's incomplete. Yeah, incomplete. Incomplete. No touchdown. No touchdown. Premature celebration from your boy. I apologize. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. I mean, I got to have some kind of fucking joy in my life with the Mariners getting eliminated from the playoffs. That fucking hurt. So if I can at least get a little love out of the Ducks and the Bucks, that'll be good. And I like what the Blazers did with that trade with Drew Holiday. We were already going to get rid of him, and thank God we actually got a big name like that for us to get Robert Williams, which is awesome. And on Brogdon on top of that too. I mean, you kidding me? Those are good pieces to bring in. Oh, they did give him the touchdown, huh? Wow. I thought he dropped it there. 23-9 Buccaneers. All right, maybe look at the scores and see if there's any other reaction videos that are worth doing. Damn, Mark Andrews with 25. At least it didn't cost me. But I had to give Laporta a little bit of love. You know, sometimes you got to do name recognition and whatnot. But I figured I'd go Lions, 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 and it didn't hurt me. I might have to insert Mark Andrews back in the starting lineup. And then knowing that if I do that, then Sam Laporta will go off for a 25 next week. So very difficult decisions, but it's a good decision when you end up having, two really good tight ends. So, and coming up, I might actually play both. I might play Laporta and I'll play Mark Andrews, so I don't have to have that problem. All right, Bills 48, Dolphins 20, Broncos 31, Bears 28. Holy shit. Ravens 28, Browns 3. That one let me down. I didn't know Deshaun Watson wasn't playing. Texans 23, Steelers 6. Steelers are trash. They told me they were going to the Super Bowl this year. How times have changed. Rams 23, Colts 15, Bucks 23, Saints 9. A lot of road teams getting dubs. Titans 27, Bengals 3. I mean, I got all the picks wrong this week. Vikings 21, Panthers. So yeah, I got so many picks wrong this week. I'm terrible. All the ones that I thought were going to win, but were risky to choose, I should have done it, but then I just went for the safe pick, and I got almost all of them wrong this week. Sorry, Mo Gumbo. But that's what happens in the NFL when you have those 50-50 matchups. And then I still got to be able to make a thumb, for the matchup tonight with the Jets and the Chiefs. So maybe I'll try to do that as soon as this game ends, and then maybe I can get that done, and then I will start doing some reaction videos around 1:30. I don't know how many I'll be able to get done. Maybe only 2, maybe 3. If you're not watching the Broncos, I don't know, there's great talent wherever the wide receivers are playing. Watching Travis Kelce or watching the high end elite wide receivers. I mean, you like wide receivers and tight ends, so you might as well watch the best of the best. That's why the NFL is so difficult to predict. It's like sometimes you have a feeling where a team is going to win, but you don't really know. Injuries, you can't predict that. I mean, that's the one thing that no one can predict is injuries. But at least Miami gets knocked down a peg and realizes that, you're a good team, but your defense still has a lot of work to do. Carr going long, going deep, incomplete. Yeah, because I have ESP. Come on, dude. I'm not fucking stupid. You know. I mean, how do you think I can predict so many things? Because I can relate to people. I got the empathy and the sympathy. If I wasn't doing this job, I probably would be a psychologist or a therapist. It's like you have to know the people that you're dealing with. And once you know personalities and what they like and what they don't like, then you understand who they are. So you shouldn't be surprised. That's how I'm able to come up with all those ESP moments and whatnot. I know Preston just messaged me, Sarah. He's like the first game he's watched all year, and he's like, this is like a Peyton Manning kind of comeback. Good for you guys. Carr and complete. Uncle Mo, baby. Trademarked. Yeah, like I said, it's nice to be able to see, moments and flashes from all three quarterbacks. We don't want those three guys to fail. We already had a draft with Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and Mac Jones. That's terrible. Like, well, we got one good quarterback out of the five when everyone thought that all five were going to pan out, and I said no, and people wanted to argue. You're only going to get one or two, and Justin Fields is probably the second, but he doesn't really have all the skills either. So hopefully all three of those guys pan out, and then when we go into next year's draft, hopefully we get 3 out of 5 that pan out or 5 out of 5. So shows you just because you're good in college doesn't mean it's going to translate to the NFL. And also, certain quarterbacks need help, coaching, O line, weapons, defense. It just can't be. And not everyone's going to come into the league like Caleb Williams, and it's going to solve the problem. And also, if Caleb ends up going to like the Bears or the Broncos, he ain't going to turn that shit around by himself. Caleb Williams going to the Broncos ain't going to solve shit. They're going to need a lot more than just Caleb Williams to turn a ship around like that. And that's just not me being a hater. It's just me being honest. You know. Yeah, I think all three of your guys' organizations have your quarterback. Now you just have to build around them, and be patient. 23-9 Buccaneers. Let's go Bucks. 4 different teams, 7 different offensive coordinators, 8 different head coaches, 6 NFL season. Baker Mayfield, everyone can talk shit and whatnot, but I think that he's showing that, he deserves to be in the league. And, he's proven even to me. And obviously, I was a Baker hater just like everyone else. I'm like, oh, fuck, let's just tank. Let's get the first pick. Let's get Caleb Williams and Drake May. And he has a passion, and he knows time is running out. And if you don't play well now, you're going to turn into Jameis Winston. And we don't want him to turn into Jameis Winston. We want to, be successful. And even though we might look for a quarterback in the draft, I still want Baker a part of this organization. So, and I never thought I would say that, but that's me being honest. Yeah, I literally got almost every pick wrong from Ogumbo in the picks. Like every 50-50 matchup that I picked wrong. But this is a crazy matchup weekend. Like if you look at the teams that are playing, I think that a lot of these morning games it could have went either way. I'm not really sure if anyone really knew what was going to happen. That's what makes the NFL so beautiful and special. But that's also why it's so hard to win money in NFL predicting, and sports betting. It's difficult. Field goal is up, and it's good. McLaughlin, let's go. 26-9 Buccaneers. Hell yeah. 28-7. with 4 minutes left in the third, and the Broncos came back and won. There you go. Number one in the NFC South, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Too bad I don't actually have fans to celebrate it with because they don't fucking exist. Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans, where are you? Do you exist? No, you don't. It's only me on planet Earth. There's no one else. That's a big, big win, you know? So obviously, Justin Fields is gone after this year, and maybe they try to get Caleb Williams if they can try to get the first pick. But Caleb Williams ain't going to fucking fix that fucking team, you know? Yeah, but even though the Broncos are terrible, the Bears are worse. So at least you have that going for you. You don't have the label of, even though you got fucking crushed by Miami. Now Miami got crushed, by the Bills. So it's like, and you were down by a shitload of points. Like one of my best friends, Matt, is Justin, my Duffel Bag Boys. He's the one I go to Mariner games with, and you guys were down 28-7 with 4 minutes left in the third. So it really shows you that at least Sean Payton coached him up enough, to get to that point. So oh yeah, Caleb is no brainer number one pick, no brain. Yeah, that is all 100%. There's other guys like Michael Penix Jr. that I'm rooting for, Drake May, Shadur Sanders and Quinn Ewers, Duke's quarterback and all these others, but hands down, Caleb has a chance to be the Patrick Mahomes of the NFC. So, if that's the case, you pick him number one, and then watch the Bears get the first pick, and then Caleb goes back to college. Maybe he doesn't want to go there. He thought the Cardinals was going to be a bad situation. Hell, the Cardinals is in a better situation than you are with the Bears and the Broncos. You know, but the thing is, if Fields goes to another team, it has to be a team that has proper pieces in place. And if you're a running quarterback and not a throwing quarterback, you're going to turn into Colin Kaepernick or RG3, and it's only going to last so long. You were able to run effectively because you had Montgomery. No Montgomery, now you look like shit. So it seems like Justin Fields just needs to have another team to kind of rebirth him. Winston in the game. Intercepted. Yeah. D. Delaney. Jameis Winston being Jameis Winston. I fucking love it. Good job, Jameis. Thank you. Holding on the offense. Decline. Jameis with the pick. Yeah. Well, yeah, Broncos and Bears are both terrible. I think they have a lot of similarities of being bad. So they're both. I mean, there's a lot of terrible teams. You know what I mean? But again, Caleb Williams by himself. Even honestly, let's be honest. If Patrick Mahomes was on the Broncos and the Bears, right? How many wins are you getting? You're not making the playoffs. With all the bullshit that you have there. Even with Patrick Mahomes there, what's the most wins that you're going to get? 7? You know what I mean? Like, and that's like Mahomes carrying you for 7 games. You know what I mean? And running for his life and whatnot. So, well, yeah, we are first place in the NFC South. We got O line, we got good weapons. Baker's playing well. We got a defense. I wanted to fucking tank, and now we're going to win the NFC South. Funny how that works out. 26-9 Buccaneers, baby. Yeah. But I think the main thing, watching the game and whatnot and watching them this year, it's very clear three things need to change. The O-line needs to be better. Armstead leaving hurt the team dramatically. The OC, Carmichael is trash. And on top of that, Dennis Allen is not a head coach. He's a defensive coordinator. So you got to get rid of Allen, you got to get rid of Carmichael, and you have to beef up the O-line. And if you do those three things and those three things only, the Saints can get back to winning the NFC South on a regular basis. But if those things don't improve, then you're going to probably be stuck in second place. And then obviously the Panthers and Falcons are still, staring up at us. Even as bad as you guys are, I mean, unless the Falcons surpass you guys, but, it's definitely going to be a lot closer now with the Saints and the Falcons. And then the Bucs are going to separate themselves from everyone else in the division, which kind of sucks because I wanted to be able to get a franchise quarterback for the future, and now if Baker does well for a couple of years, I mean, who the hell is going to be my quarterback after he's done? I'm going to miss out on maybe arguably the best quarterback class that we've seen in 20 years, possibly. So hopefully the Bucs will still pick a quarterback in the draft if they're not stupid. So remember all the fucking Steeler fans when I did the reaction video? They said, "Oh, we're going to win the division. We're going to the Super Bowl. Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett." And now you can't even beat the goddamn Texans. It's so funny where people think they know everything, and clearly they know nothing. But also, you couldn't predict that Cam Hayward and Deontay Johnson were going to get hurt. So what's up with Deshaun Watson? How come he didn't play and Dorian Thompson-Robinson played? Was he injured? What was the purpose of that happening? What happened? And even though I lost 28-3, Cleveland D still gave me 6. I'll take that. CJ Stroud put up 21. That's my boy. I picked you on fantasy on my bench for a reason, just as an insurance plan for Mahomes if he gets hurt. Your boy was smart. Let's go. Look at my bench. Andrews, 25. Rashad White, 11. Evans injured, 7. Jalen Warren, 12. Buffalo D, 7. CJ Stroud, 22. That's how you build a championship team in fantasy, when your bench is better than most people's starting groups. Let's go. No, I don't want him. I would take the $132 though, and I would take the Bush Light. Yeah, you want me to put the call in, Finley? I'll put it in the call for you. Who do the Saints play next week? I know that Elliott put up the schedule. Do you guys play the Patriots? 240 and a premium IPA. Now, it's sad to say that I would rather have Baker than Carr, but I'd rather have Baker than Carr. Um, but obviously, Carr's got the AC joint, so he's not 100%. But again, Carr is only going to be effective, typically if he's got some type of line, and he went from a shitty line on the Raiders, and then he never thought he would go to a shittier or the same kind of shit line on the Saints because of the injuries and the bad play. I just really feel bad for you guys. I don't like seeing people struggle and be depressed, you know. But again, Tampa Bay went through a stage where I was dog shit from 2008 to 2019, and no Saint fan consoled me. All they did was just talk shit to me left and right for fucking 12 years straight. So, you know, it is what it is. But I won't be that way. I don't need to talk shit. There's no purpose. I'm a bigger person than that. And honestly, I want the NFC South to do good. And this is like the most terrible thing that could happen. I wanted to tank. Now I'm going to win the NFC South, and I'm going to miss out on a franchise quarterback, arguably in the best draft that we've seen in quarterbacks in 20 years. I mean, like, it sucks. It's good and it sucks. It's like good. I'm going to win the division more than likely. Sucks because I might miss out on a franchise QB. Third straight win in this versus the Saints, first time in series history. He said a Chevy Cobalt and a seven movie tickets. Oh man. All right, I got to go check out it with my pup. Final score: Buccaneers 26, Saints 9. And I got some reaction videos to do here in about 20 minutes. And then I'll do that. Then I got to make a thumbnail, which will probably take me an hour for the Chiefs and the Jets. If I decide to do that matchup, which I think I will. And then I'll do more reaction videos on Monday, like a dog. I'll be working. And yeah, so reaction videos will start coming out probably in about an hour. I'll try to bust out at least two, maybe for a couple of these games, Dolphins, Bills, and Saints and Bucks. And then we'll do Sunday Night Football. We'll see how much energy I have after that, and then hopefully we can hit the goal in the next stream since we were very, very short on this stream. So, yeah, well, 28 is better than 2 or 8. So hopefully things will improve, moving forward. But it is what it is. But thank you to everyone that donated, commented, shared. You guys are the best. I love you and I appreciate you. Now I got to get to work and do these reaction videos. I'll try to do at least 2 or 3 if I can. And then I'll be back for you guys on Sunday night. Got to do a thumb and do that. And then we'll do more reaction videos, maybe 7 on Monday. And then we'll do the Seahawks and the Giants. And then I'll do more on Tuesday, more on Wednesday. And then we'll do some college football reactions also, probably on Wednesday as well. And I already did the Colorado one yesterday. So love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang, go Bucks.